So this is the world that I've made from all of your suggestions, and then I got on a bit of a roll and added other stuff. The name is a bit of a throwback of stuff that I was thinking at the beginning. I don't really know why it's got that name anymore, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. You've all read the big doc. Well, I'll keep updating it. But it's a whole new world. Everything's a bit different. But, as players, you don't especially have to worry about that, because if you get anything wrong, I'm just going to tell you. And, and you'll just get used to all the concepts and things anyway. I've made lore in the game, so when it pops up, I'll show you. But, to start, you can see that we're starting in this sort of like coastal region, which is called the Shattered Lake, which most of your characters are from, except Gylfi? Is it Gylfi? Is that how you say
Gylfi.
it? Gylfi, okay. I was looking at it too hard. So, Real, Gylfi, Hipatra, and Bebet. Okay, so we will start by moving over to the map, which everyone can see that, right? Everyone can see where Shattered Lake is.
And
I will reveal your starting location, which is a small islet, very small island in the Shattered Lake called Bilgewater.
Nice.
Now, let me see if I can find a little bit of information about Bilgewater. So, Bilgewater is one of the first inhabited islands when the Shattered Lake is approached from the south. So you can see this sort of channel which runs to the south, and if you come up that way, it's probably one of the first ones you come across. It's built on the ruins of an imperial watchpost, and it forms a crude stepping stone to the Pearl of the Lake, which, as you can see by this, is sort of the capital island of the Shattered Lake. And further over on this island here is the industrial sort of part of the city called Full Sail, where a lot of people, there's a lot of trade in this region. People island hop a lot of the time, and it's quite compared to the rest of the world, quite a friendly place. So Bilgewater itself, many surface dwelling traders and diplomats rest here for the night, but rarely much longer than that. It's got a ramshackle inn named the Crusty Barnacle, which provides meagre shelter for travellers, and a small trading shack also offers the most basic of supplies. Whatever has brought you to Shattered Lake, you were forced to rest here, and the sun is slowly going down. So, I'll probably go through everyone. So we'll start with Rill. Why would Rill be in Bilgewater?
I think Rill is finishing a stretch of wandering. I think he's been with a few ne'er-do-well companions and has seen fit to distance himself from them. He's come back from wandering distant shores, or not that distant shores, and sort of hopping around a bit, doing odd jobs here and there. And now he's just enjoying the relative anonymity of such a small little island.
Okay. What about Bebet? How has Bebet come to Bilgewater?
He's basically left the Pearl of the Lake, the capital, on well, I don't know how much I should say really, but he's left
Just say what you're comfortable everyone else knowing.
I think he would just, he's left with some business ventures didn't go quite as he planned in the capital, and now he's come out here looking for new opportunities. Let's just say that.
And what about Gylfi?
Gylfi's come to the Shattered Lake for information. I think she was looking for her parcel. She's gotten a lead, which I haven't really worked out the specifics of. I thought I'd let you do that, Kieran, because it's your world.
I would say.
So yeah, she's following a lead.
Just now, I'd say she's probably on her way to the Pearl, but this is like the first island she might have seen after flying, and it's getting dark, so probably a good place to stop.
Cool.
If that's good.
Yeah. That's good.
Anything else you want to add before your characters meet each other?
Did Anya say
No, I don't
where
think so.
Hepatra came from?
Pretty simple.
I haven't gone on to Annie yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
And what about Hepatra? What brought her to this small shithole of an island?
Hepatra has spent most of her life in an underwater monastery and has recently decided to see more of the world, but has absolutely no idea how to do any of that, having been, in said monastery since she was a child. So she's ended up in Bilgewater because she realistically has absolutely no idea what she's doing and has just sort of ended up there.
So, Anya, I'll show you this very, very, very tiny little handout just to help you about the Philosophic Conclave, which is it would have been, it's like they have a lot of monasteries across Shattered Lake. So she would have been part of this bigger organisation, but yeah, I'll show it to everyone. It's just like a paragraph about what it's about. So, I'll take you over to the first map. So, I'll put your tokens down. It is getting dark. I'll remind you of that. God, Gilfie's tiny. So, let me just turn these down a bit. So, I imagine as the day is drawing to a close, it's getting dark. See this tiny islet in the different distance. You can all see each other's like tiny boats, or maybe Gilfie's flying in, and you're following the lights towards where the other boats are starting to dock onto this island. Upon arrival, you can only see a small southern lighthouse, which is sort of this building down here, which has been constructed out of a wooden tower. And for those of you who don't have dark vision, it's probably the only thing guiding you around at the moment. You see these like ramshackle wooden shacks on the North Island, and you can just hear and it has sort of like slivers of light coming out the windows and the doors, but you can hear the lapping of waves against the shore. As you all draw up to the banks, you obviously see each other landing at similar times. What do you do from here?
Is Gilfie that size?
Yeah,
is Gilfie
Gilfie's that
small
size.
size?
She is small size.
Oh, a little
With
owl!
Owlin, you can. Yeah, with Owlin you can choose small or medium.
Amazing.
Oh, you know what I haven't done? I've done this, sorry, Anya.
Thank you, because I was very confused for a second. but I can't see Gilfie.
So, Real does have dark vision. What's this
Yeah.
building immediately to my side?
It's a ramshackle wooden shack. You can see as you sort of came up with. I'm assuming everyone might have a boat except Gilfie, unless anyone doesn't want a boat and they swam here.
I'd like a
Real.
boat.
Real definitely didn't swim here.
To be fair, Hepatra probably did swim there.
Okay, we can say that Hepatra, the monastery, is very close, and this was the first place that it was near.
I kind of get the feeling she'd swim everywhere as well if she could.
Very slow, but it's fair enough. Like she's never left before. But this building to the east of you, the ramshackle wooden building, you can see light coming out here. It seems to be surrounded by crates and benches.
I think Bebet would have, if it's this dark, he would have had his hooded lantern out.
Okay. There's the light on.
30-30.
So he's lighting himself up for everyone else to see.
Yeah, it's hooded, so he can kind of cover it a little bit, but it's definitely quite a bright, maybe a brighter beacon than he'd like.
Mm-hmm.
I think even in the dark, you'd see the vague outline of Ril's face, at least because of the kind of flickering embers at the ends of his hair.
Ooh, that's cool.
So now you've all arrived on the island, and you see Bebet get out this massive lantern. Can you each describe what your character looks like? So we'll go first with Bebet, seeing as he's got the huge lantern on.
Okay, so Bebet is like this big kind of catfish man. He's got like a little top hat on, and he's quite overweight, and he's kind of like got quite little arms, and like he's got little legs, but you can't really see them. They kind of like, his sort of body kind of hangs over them slightly at the sides. He's got like a little bow tie and like some buttons that are kind of like stuck to his chest. He's got like a little moustache, and he's currently sort of carrying like what looks like kind of like a barrel with a handle. And he's got like a big stick that's got like the hooded lantern attached to the end of it, kind of like an anglerfish.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's not that tall. He's like 5 foot, I think.
What about Ril, seeing as he's got a slight ember to him and might stick out more?
So you'd notice the embers flickering at the ends of his sort of shaggy, approaching shoulder length hair. Fairly slim in frame. You can see sort of patchwork, mended many times, leather armor, worn both in and outside of like various bits of clothing, a tattered shirt, a half cloak, bits and pieces strapped to belt, very much a patchwork outfit, and a slung, well-worn rucksack on his back. I think he's not particularly tall, average-ish height. I don't know if I'd be the tallest out of all of us. It sounds like we've got at least 2 shorties. But yeah, you'd see him glancing around, and again, with his eyes, there's like a kind of a fiery flash to them.
And Hepatra, being the other sort of largest figure.
Hepatra is tall and willowy. She's got very pale blue skin and gills on her neck, and her hair is dark and looks like seaweed.
Just before we go on to Gylfi, I would say anyone seeing Gylfi would not be used to it at all. Like, it's very, very rare any of the avians ever come to Shattered Lake. So maybe upon seeing Gylfi, everyone would be a bit shocked. As with Ril, if they're the sort of fire ganassi are uncommon, but you do occasionally see them wandering around. But what does Gylfi look like? And would she be with the boats, or might she be further away on a building or something?
I think she'd probably be like sort of hovering around, fly down into view. She's sort of beige in colour. She's got like speckled feathers. She's small, so she's about, let's say, 3'5" to 4 foot, something like that. And then she has got I did write it down. So I based the wingspan off of like a real condor, because condors are about 4 foot tall, and they've got 10-foot span wings, so they're quite wide. So you just see her flying down, and she lands, sort of like in front of you guys.
Is she an elegant flyer? Does she
Yeah.
swoop down? And I guess because
She's
owl
quite elegant, yeah.
this, it's like silent, right?
Yeah, and she swoops down. She's got silent feathers, being an owl in the dark. Because she's got really good dark vision, you could probably see, like, you know, like cats have got reflection in their eyes. You're probably gonna
Ooh,
say
yeah,
it. She's
yeah,
probably
yeah,
got that.
So yeah,
Very
how would
cool.
you all react to seeing each other? This convergence.
Is this the like inn up here?
You would assume this
Okay.
This is the biggest building. It's got 3 floors. The base looks like it's constructed of stone as you shine your light on it, but the upper levels look like more ramshackle, and they've been like hammered together with wood from the ruins.
Okay, but Bet sees these 3 figures and probably looks quite nervous and kind of shuffles off towards the thing, carrying all his bits.
Okay.
Like
Is he quite noisy as he moves?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's like proper waddling and probably carrying too much for him to actually be able to carry.
You said we'd be a bit shocked at Gylfi, Kieran.
Yeah.
Is it like a, I've never seen anything like this before? Is it like a, I've heard stories about flying owl people or what have you?
It would almost be it would be like seeing a tiger. No, like a non-offensive, a non-dangerous animal. Kind of. It'd be like seeing a kangaroo in Britain when you're not expecting to see it.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Stranger things have happened in Sussex.
I think then Rill would just immediately kind of break into a bit of a grin and just slowly walk towards Gylfi.
Yeah. She sort of swooped down, landed on the ground, sort of like, and she's got a little slump to her wings. She's been flying around a lot. She's a bit tired. Sees you coming over. Hello.
Sorry.
Hello, Karen.
Hippatra would look vaguely disgusted by people with legs and no gills, and utterly baffled by Gylfi.
I was gonna say, what about wings?
He's like, "What's air?"
So yeah, you had Patra be more like she would definitely recognise Bebet as a Lacaffa. Like they might have been more senior monks or people who traded with the monastery. So you'd be like, oh, he's all right, but the other 2 maybe not so much.
Do we know?
Fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Do we know
just be
this
like
place? As
side-eye.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
No, that was nothing. She'd just be side-eyeing everyone, that was all.
Yeah. Do we know this place as a place to rest already, Kieran?
No. They just seem like ramshackle wooden huts. This seems more of a large structure that looks like it's been cobbled together at the top. There's definitely light seeping out of the doors.
Oh, I just saw some light and I thought I'd come and ask where the nearest place to stay is. And the both of you looking over it a bit with the light.
Yeah, Rill still with a big smile and almost kind of like fists on hips, just looking Gylfi up and down in a state of wonder. Just says, "Evening. Feathers look fun."
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose they are. She sort of looks over at her own wings. It's like, but, I mean, I think I've heard of you. I don't think I've seen a fire ganassi around here yet.
Yeah. So
Usually a
with,
bit too high up.
with these, you'd definitely be used to what are they called? Air ganassis and maybe steam ganassis, but you might not have seen a fire one before.
Yeah, he like shakes his head a little bit, almost like a dog loosing all the water from their fur, and like little sparks fly off as he shakes his head. He's like, "Yep, fire, but it doesn't let me fly. Places to stay. Can I see if Rill knows anything about Bilgewater, Kieran? Because he has like popped around islands.
Do history. I imagine Bebet would know it. He already. That's why he kind of went straight for the lighthouse. Yeah, it's got a poor reputation, but the most common thing that you compare it to in real life is a motel. Like, you don't come here to stay, you come here to rest.
Okay, got it.
Hipatra would say, I have heard of feathers, but I did not know that they were... I thought they were the stuff of legend.
Well, I don't feel like a legend.
How does it work? How do you cut through the water with these furry things?
Well, I don't usually cut through the water. It's mostly, and she sort of points above.
But
Not
surely
very good
the
in water,
air
really.
would go through. I have lots of questions for you. Are you here all evening?
I might be. Well, if this is a place to stay, anyway.
Good.
Is your
then,
friend over there? Waddling over? Or she points to a bit?
I think that's the right direction. Perhaps before we start, my name's Rill. What's yours?
Oh, I'm Gilfie. Gilfie Agolius. And you? And she points to Hipatra.
Hipatra Apthalasis.
Oh, interesting names.
At Stormcrest. For me?
Ah, you are of the water too. But you are of fire. I do not understand this either. So many questions.
I think mine might be less interesting than Wings here, but yeah, let's get inside. The waddling friend has got the right idea.
Seeing as Bebet's a bit ahead, we'll jump over to him. So when he gets to the door, I assume he'd push it open?
Yeah, he would, yeah.
Okay. So, as you open the door, the heavy wooden door, you are greeted by the comforting smell of roasted moorfish, one of the ample delicacies of a shattered lake. There's a well-worn cobblestone floor beneath you, and you can see an ancient spiral staircase which is centering the room. As you look around at the sort of wooden furniture, seems to be made of debris of vessels from a pelagic harbour. Maybe they've been reclaimed from the sea. You see a single Aquan innkeeper. She's cleaning seashell chalices on this sort of rickety wooden bar here. And as you open Bebet, she looks up at you, sort of like welcomingly acknowledging your entrance. You can see other characters around you, which you wouldn't see many of these folk in the lands that you're used to being in.
He'd probably just shuffle his way over to the bar and sort of like prop up his barrel on the sort of bench and kind of lean over the bar and just sort of look up at the bartender and just give a little meek nod and just say, oh god, here we go. Fuck's sake, I gotta get into this voice. It's gonna be so... Stop making me a room for one, please.
For what?
Fuck's sake.
It's impossible. I declare it immediately impossible. I love it.
A room for one, please.
Are you staying for the night?
Yeah, just a room for one night.
Oh, well, you can either go in the upstairs. Well, you can go in the bunkhouse, or there's cages below, so you don't float off when you go to sleep.
I'll have the bunkhouse up top, please.
Ah, perfect. That'll be 1 pearl, please. No, 1 clam. 1 clam, which is a silver piece.
Okay, he'll hand over a gold and I assume she gives over the change.
Yeah. So this woman you're talking to, she's got like thick waves for hair. She's got old driftwood and seashells, which seem to be woven in, which you know from living here is pretty common for the rustic folk of Shattered Lake.
Yeah.
She looks like she's had a pretty... She looks older than she is, which might be a consequence of living on a shitty island her whole life.
You got any food for sale?
Well, we have more fish. Another clam would be fine. There's a table free here. And she sort of leans over, just like, the other characters in the bar, I'm not used to them either.
Strange folk round these parts, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll have a roasted mole-fish, please.
And a glass of seawater?
Yes, please, that'd be lovely.
She, the name's Brina. Brina at Barnacle. It's a pleasure to meet you.
My name's, Bebet.
She like nods. Well, I hope you have a great stay. And she hands you over a key. And she's like, the bunkhouse is right across the bridge to the north.
What was her name again, Karen?
Brina. At Barnacle.
Barnacle. Owner of... What's the name of this tavern?
Krusty Barnacle.
Of Krusty Barnacle. Cool. Yeah, and then he'd go situate himself on the table.
Okay.
Yeah, with all his stuff.
Yeah. So, Bebet, as you walked into the room, do an insight check.
Okay, I first roll.
To see how the characters might have reacted to you as you walked in.
12.
You think none of them really had much of a reaction to you. This guy looked up, but as soon as he saw you come into the room, he just kind of looked back down.
Yeah.
This guy gave you a side eye glance, but quickly lost interest.
Yeah, he's mostly just trying to keep to himself, and you see him like reaching into his barrel and like placing some things on the table and then sort of putting them back away, and then sort of like he's reorganizing his bag or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's the disabled chat beep option?
It is in text chat options and enable background chat sounds, I think.
Thank you. Done.
Would the rest of you, after your little conversation, be following Bebet into the tower?
I feel like Real would have taken lead a little bit, kind of in a polite gesture, holding his arm out at a low level for Gilfie to come along.
Okay.
Coming along.
I assume Hepatra's following as well. Yeah, okay, I heard that.
I forgot to mention as well that Gilfie would also be wearing like a postal outfit. It's like a midnight blue sort of postman outfit. She's got a big satchel bag on her as well. Lots
there
of
a hat?
belts. No, I think it'd just fall off, doesn't it?
Real, Gilfie would, he's not hiding it, Gilfie would notice that Real is just like looking at all the details, any emblems and things like that, and with just like a smile on his face.
Yeah, I mean, if the area have got an emblem, then you should definitely be wearing it.
It would probably be, hang on, under this nation's thing. It'd be a bit like that.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
A winged tower.
Very nice.
Do you think Real would recognise it?
Little bench.
You can do a history check.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You wouldn't know too much about it, but you've definitely heard of the Aryan. You know it's a great tower to the west. You know, like in hindsight, that avians live there. You've heard of Air Ganassi being there as well.
Is it quite far? Does he know it's quite far? Or...
From that roll you would. I'll just measure it quickly. Yeah, it's about 320 miles.
Jesus. Yeah, he'd just say, "You've flown a long way, little one."
Yeah, it took quite a while. I had to make quite a lot of stops. But, you know, it's all for work, and it's not often I get these long distance jobs anyway.
How has the weather been?
Yeah, it's been well. I don't know if you know much about where there's commonly storms, but usually try and avoid those. Otherwise, it's pretty clear.
Glad to hear it. Meet any interesting people on the way, or keep to yourself?
Did not meet many people up in the air, you know. It's quite sad, really.
Sounds lonely.
Well, it's never lonely. Just look up and you can see all the stars, and you're never alone.
He has a big smile, and she say that.
So,
Yeah, she's just following you.
as you all entering this building, can you all do insight checks?
Insight.
I imagine for Patra, everything is just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, she's like, what?
Okay. Okay. So you, with the other patrons in there, it's all quite crushed. There's like dark corners. None of you really notice anything too much. But Rill, you would definitely. This guy over here and this guy. This guy appears to be a dwarf. And this one is a halfling who seems to be sitting on the floor next to the dwarf. This dwarf is wearing jet black half plate. He's got his arms folded on the table. You can see he's got deep scars across his face, which it's like so distorted it almost turns his like dour expression into a smirk. His face is just a mess, and you can tell this braided beard is sort of just hiding everything else. You can see that he's got a scarlet cloak, and next to this sort of menacing figure, there's a diminutive halfling that's meekly sitting on the cobblestone's floor next to him. All aspects of him are dishevelled, but none quite as much as his salt and peppered beard. He looks very submissive. And maybe Gilfy? You've noticed this guy over here. He's quite the sight. You knew if this guy stood up, probably tower over everyone in the room, but you're probably used to that. He's got. Well, you might not be able to tell because you've never seen I don't know if you've seen orcs before. Probably not.
Probably not.
He's got very well proportioned musculature. The coverage of his clothing is much to be desired. He's got a very dour and world-weary face, but he's got a flower garland which is resting delicately on his head. And you see these two Earth Ganassi or Lutumi who are sort of sitting next to him passively, but they look well armoured and they're almost identical.
Very nice.
From what I've read, Kieran, dwarves aren't often seen outside of...
Oh no, they're not. He'd know that.
So yeah, Rill would definitely eye this guy very warily and kind of shift his movement to go around this side of the stairs.
And if he's being particularly wary of him, he would have noticed this guy he makes eye contact for longer than he should have.
With Rill?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, Rill would hold it, but as he gets to the stairs, pointedly look away. Walk up to the bar.
You probably would have noticed that Gilfy did slightly tentatively step in, because she doesn't usually come into these places. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think it was the the area and are trying to like integrate themselves a bit more now.
Yeah, a little bit.
So maybe
yeah.
she's been like told to try and like mingle a bit more.
They would always, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely encourage that.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, as he reaches the bar, he'd say, "Evening, room for a wanderer, or
Yes, there's,
three?" As he looks behind him.
there's rooms to the north. It only costs a clam. The name's Brina, by the way, and this is the crusted barnacle. It's my inheritance.
Congratulations. Rill, this is Gilfie and Hepatra Apthalasis.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Are you planning of staying the night?
I can only speak for myself, but I
Oh,
am.
if you have somewhere available.
There's plenty of room in the bunkhouse. It's only one clam each. And, well, if you prefer to be beneath the water, which I doubt you two do, but there's cages out back for Aquan relatives.
Cages?
The superior accommodation. Okay, yes, I will take that.
She kind of looks at you, Gilfie, and she's like, "It's so we don't float off when we sleep.
I see.
Never seen your type before." And she kind of looks at Rill. Would he be wearing his weapons on him?
He would, though they're not worn brazenly, but they're also not hidden. It's like just how the clothes fall. Everything on him is quite loose shirt and cloak and such. But yeah, she'd probably spot weapons.
Well, did you come with the Lacaffa?
No, we've only just met ourselves, but considering the company, perhaps we should settle if he'll have us.
Well, there's not much space, and she kind of leans over. The dwarf isn't particularly friendly.
I clocked as much. How long has he been here?
He got here earlier today. His halfling servant. He hasn't spoken to me.
Right.
But please sit, and if you require any food, then just ask.
Would Gilfie have any clams? Or would she just accept gold?
So your starting money, I'm calling that clams,
Okay.
pearls, and barnacles. But each nation's going to have its own currency. But I thought for the start we should just stay with the gold. So a gold is a pearl, a silver is a clam, a copper is a barnacle.
You
I
say
don't
that
think
again.
Gilfie's gonna have any barnacles though.
They would have given her stuff if they know she's going to Shattered Lake.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
What did you say, Natalie?
You said it barnacle, copper, silver, clam, and gold.
Pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just right.
They're not real pearls, they're just names
Yeah.
for it.
Cool.
Well, I suppose it depends on what you have. Do you have anything meaty?
We have more fish. It's a delicacy here. I'm not sure if you ever tried it. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know where you're from. Or she kind of looks you up and down for a minute for what you are.
Yeah, it's gonna get. She knows she's gonna get it. We don't normally have fish. We have it very occasionally. There is a river low down nearby, but it's usually mammals.
Well, it's a bit. She kind of looks at the door. I only really have more fish. I mean, it's a delicacy here, and if you want to try it, I'm more than happy to provide.
I'll try it. What is the fish called?
It's a moorfish. If you're going to be here a while, you're probably going to be hearing a lot of it.
I'll try it.
One for me as well, please.
Kind of
I
looks
need to
at-
look over. Does Bebet have food in front of him?
Not yet.
Then, not knowing that Bebet's ordered, he'd say, "Could I order one for our new table mate as well?"
How big is Bebet, Natalie?
He's about 5 feet tall, but he's very wide.
Would he be wide for a low Kappa?
Yes.
Okay, she'd just nod.
Excellent.
He might need two. Maybe he can have some of mine. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish a whole one.
You've got to try it.
Well,
When
I'll
in
definitely
the
try.
lake, you got to try the local delicacy, right? That's the fun of traveling.
It's true. What else do you have? What other local delicacies do you have?
She's sort of Flood, who runs the Flood Supply Shack on the East Island. He actually works for the moorfish farmers, and we also have plenty of different seaweeds to go with it as salads if you'd like that. But this isn't really fine dining.
Still interesting though. Maybe do you have the seaweed?
Well, seeing as you're new, I'll give you a little bit of everything I've got, and you just see how you like Shattered Lake cuisine. With all the traders here, you're bound to like something when you go into the city.
That sounds good to me. I'm gonna go sit down now though.
Okay. Your food will be right with you.
Thank you. Let's sit down right next to him a bit.
Rail kind of pauses behind the seat that he was heading towards, and then heads over here instead.
You've got a really cool hat.
Watch yourselves. Well, you're sitting around a table with a certified badass.
Oh, is that right?
Fucking get it.
I can see that.
Fucking killing her.
I can see that from the bow.
And the hat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Well, we wouldn't want to impose. I've ordered more fish for the table badass.
well, I suppose that's acceptable. You don't look like Shattered Lake folks, except for her. What's
No.
your names? You can't just come up to a stranger and not introduce yourself.
Real App Stormcrest. I know I don't look it, but I'm from. What's the name of Aquans? I'm from Aquan stock.
Yes, I'm sure you are, boy.
So I'm Gilfie. Gilfie Agolius, and I'm from the Aryan. I don't know if you know what that is.
Does Bebet know what that is?
Roll a history check for Bebet.
Pretty good at history. 22.
Really?
You haven't heard. You've heard a lot about them, and it's been a lot about trading stuff, and you've been thinking for a while, like, if I could get my goods over to that place, then I could make a lot of money. You know that it's like a stratified society. It has Ganassi living there, and a lot of avians. I'm not sure if Bet would have seen an avian before. He might have seen one wandering around town while he's trading. But I think he'd see it as like a big opportunity.
Oh, you're one of them avian folks, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'm of the Owlin type. I mean, you can tell, by the beak.
Yeah, we got all the got feathers, don't you? I'll just call you Feathers.
Oh, well, I mean, you could, but it's a bit of a weird name.
Well, really, you got feathers, so you could go have Feathers name.
Yeah, but then that's like if I saw you and I call you Scales.
That would be a bit strange, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's your name? He's looking at
You
Hapatra.
mean Apthalasis, Epatra.
Where are you from?
I'm from. Oh, I'm.
Philosophic Conclave.
That's it. I am a member of the Philosophic Conclave.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Yeah, do a deception, Hepatra.
Okay. I've kind of somehow lost control of my mouse, so I will attempt it.
And we'll do a history check so you know what the Thalassic Conclave is.
19.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love my history checks.
So, Bebet, you don't often see mer people. They live in the depths of the sea, and while your society is full of them, they don't really come up to trade centers much, and it's really difficult to work out Hepatra's facial expressions.
Okay.
So you can't really be sure. She must know her way around. She somehow got here.
Yeah.
What a terrible thing to assume.
Yeah. So yeah, Real would have heard of Philosophic Conclave, and so Philosophic Conclave's spiritual order, which worships all gods of maritime life, not allowing any one god to dominate the others. The key pillars of religion are equality and oneness with the water. All aquatic races are treated equally in society, and that would extend to you, Real. You're treated fairly because you're part of the culture.
Oh,
but
yeah.
land-based
You're gonna have
foreigners.
to prove yourself first.
Yeah, land-based foreigners like Gilfie are derided for their lack of gills and inability to see the true wonder of the lake.
God, Gilby. It's even in your name.
No.
So, at some point,
Sorry.
Brina would come over with your more fish and lay it out before you to Hepatra, Bebet, and Rill. It's like a comforting smell of home. So it'd be like something like roast dinner kind of feeling towards it.
Oh, thanks, my dear.
Gilfie, you'd probably be less impressed, as it's still got the head on. It's looking up at you.
Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy.
Is it not usually customary to, get rid of the head,
Oh no, it's
Here's your
part of the
best
delight.
Well, you can have my part then.
There is certainly something about an eyeball that is definitely delicious.
Oh no, it pops in your mouth. It's really gross.
That's the good bit.
It's all juicy and
Oh,
slimy.
yeah. I prefer the crunchier part.
Well, if you're not going to eat it, then I'll have it.
Well, you can have the head.
Yeah, give it here.
Sort of slides it over.
Thanks.
You haven't given us your name yet.
Oh, my name's Bebet.
Bebet the Badass.
Yeah.
Hepatra just rolls her eyes.
You don't want to mess with me, hothead. And he's gonna reach into his barrel and pull out like his light crossbow and just sort of place it on the table next to him.
So as you do that, Brina sees the crossbow get put on the table. She looks at you, Bebet.
Yeah.
She looks at Rill, who she's already seen has armed. She's like, he look all like an able bunch.
Yeah, this is what I call security.
Really? Sort of looks at her like, oh, I've never been all that before. I mean, I can fly really well.
It's not.
If it's like wearing
Is the crossbow loaded?
Probably not, no.
He just smiles. It's like, I wonder what's under the hat.
Well, there's no one else here has taking me up on the offer, but I've been having some problems in the cellar, and she like points here.
Oh yes, that does not sound dodgy at all.
Oh, it's nothing like that. There's a lot of my supplies keep going missing, and there's just mud every. I think Mephits might have got in, and well, she points over at that guy. It's like he looked able, but he said he wouldn't help an Aquan like me because it was beneath him, and he didn't want to spare his guards. But I'm offering a 200 pearl reward if some people could help me clean up the basement a bit.
Bebet chokes on his drink a bit.
Yeah, Rill like falls off the back of his chair he was leaning back on.
200 what?
200 pearls? It's got pretty nasty down there.
200 what?
Pearls.
200 what?
Pearls! She said pearls. 200 pearls. Each or split?
Okay, I'll help.
Is the pearls is the big one, right? Looking for unusual cash.
Yeah, Rill would hold one up. Give a big smile. 200 is a lot.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll help.
I don't like this. And
Does Hipatra have any weapons? Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
Does Hipatra have any weapons?
She does, although I can't tell you what they are because suddenly my mouse does not work. I know she's got a dart and a short sword, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure.
Just she's a monk, so I'm just not sure.
Oh, Kieran.
Sorry, out for some strange reason.
She has a short sword.
I just heard that 200 watt, and I was like, pose! I haven't said anything for ages, and I was like, oh.
Does Bebet have any other weapons, or is it just the crossbow?
He doesn't have anything obvious on him.
Okay.
How big is the barrel?
It's probably like the size of quite a large suitcase, but rounded like a keg barrel.
Yeah.
Does he keep it on his back?
No, he carries it like a little suitcase.
Okay.
It's got like a little handle.
So what have they said to her?
They were agreeing.
Okay. She'll be like, okay, well, you can finish up your moorfish, and then I'll put it on the house, and she like, if you're doing this task for me.
Can Bebet see what he knows about Mephits?
Yeah, sure. Roll Arcana or Nature.
Yeah, 7.
You know they're made out of mud because she said they are. You know they are a problem at the dock sometimes, like in the submerged regions. Mud methods get in and shit up the supplies.
Does he know if they're dangerous or not?
He's heard tales of like a whole pack of them taking out a guy. But it was a whole pack.
Okay.
Would Gilfie know what they are? Were they anywhere near?
Roll an Arcana or a Nature. So yeah, you'd know Mephits are very common elemental beings. You don't often see mud Mephits in the Aryan. It's more sort of air Mephits, not air Mephits. Mostly air-based with like steam Mephits, things like that. They sort of mess with people who are trying to fly about. They're not overly dangerous, but if there was a lot of them against one of you, you might be in quite a bit of trouble.
Okay. Well, I've never heard of mud ones, but I'm sure they're not much different. Hopefully.
Great. Well, as I said, we finish up your food and just talk to me when you're ready, and I can open the cellar door for you.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd rather work up an appetite and eat a victory moorfish than end up with a cramp after dinner.
Yeah, well, he said, and he slaps a big fish down.
I'm glad you're also raring to go. So she walks over here.
Ariel stands up.
And as you're walking down, you see one of the Earth Ganassi. He walks over. He's like, points at Gylfi. You,
Yeah.
my master requests an audience.
Well, I'm a bit busy right now, but maybe later.
The most resplendent Grak Fanak does not wait for anyone. Please see him immediately.
Well, I mean, I don't know who that is, but I mean, I'm busy. She kind of points to the cellar.
He kind of just looks at you, and you can see across the room this giant orc just with his garland on, staring at you, Gylfi.
She sort of waves at him a little bit.
Gives you
Right.
a nod.
She's like, gives you like a little like hand, like 5 minutes hand, you know.
He nods. Thank you. And he goes back to his chair.
Oh, he seemed okay,
Quite in demand.
apparently.
You some kind of like celebrity?
Well, no, but people often usually ask about the feathers. I'm pretty sure he's probably just going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the feathers, but I didn't want to be rude.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's not rude though. They're just wings, you know.
If
How we get about.
once you lose a feather, does it grow back?
It does, but it's quite bad if you lose too many feathers.
You could make a fortune. You could selling your feathers, and then people would buy them, I'm sure.
I mean, I suppose, but
Then they grow back. You got free real estate.
I mean, feathers are pretty common where I come from, though.
Right,
Nothing
coming
special.
here.
Usually have to pick up all the ones that fall out occasionally. It's quite a mess sometimes. You
Yeah.
see my bedroom, full of feathers.
You ever want me to get rid of feathers, then I could be feather removal service for you.
Well, you can have the ones that fall out. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, Brina opens the trapdoor for you. It's very dark down there.
Bebet is not going in first.
Oh, I'll have a look. I'll peek.
Yeah, you go first. I'll back you up.
So, as you stand next to the cellar door, a waft of like mold and damp assaults your senses. It's very dark down there. But Gylfi, with your, she's got good dark vision, right?
Yeah, quite good.
Okay, she can make out quite a lot there. So I'll put your.
Because who hasn't dark vision? Has everyone got dark vision?
Not me.
Yeah, not Bebet.
Bebet?
Bebet's the only one
Oh.
who doesn't.
Yeah, everyone else does.
Got my hooded lantern just for this reason.
The blind badass.
Oh yeah.
Let me just put the light on him.
I was gonna say I could see my
Perfect.
token, but nothing else.
Anya's having to reset her laptop. That's why she's disappeared.
Okay, I'll quickly go make some food. Oh, no, not make some food, get some tea.
More fish.
Get some more fish tea.
Such an odd group already.
Very weird.
I love it.
Has Bebet got a really big tongue, like Tom Kent?
Probably, yeah. Very wide and thick tongue.
Mm.
I'm devastated
lots of
that
fi-
Gylfi doesn't have a postman's hat.
No, I'm sorry. It would have fallen off.
You could have a little string to keep it on.
I suppose it could have a little string. What would Postman Hat even look like? I'm going to Google.
Like Postman Pat.
Yeah. I don't know why my brain's telling me French. French postman.
Oh, one of those. Maybe that's like for the higher up postman, you know.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of hat that I'm imagining. Put it in Discord.
The really tall one.
Yeah,
Pretty
the like hard one with a string going under her chin.
I don't think it's a bit annoying. It does look cool.
Yeah. Everyone's ready to level 1 TPK.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got 11 HP and a dream.
Is it on your back?
No.
How's the laptop looking, though? It's updating.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Just gather
Let's
around
go.
Tom's computer.
I'll keep,
Oh yeah, good point.
I'll keep her in the loop.
Okay. So, as you're about to proceed down, Brina shouts after you. There's a trapdoor down there I've never managed to open. If you manage to get it open, that'd be great.
I mean, why is it? Is it locked?
I don't know, it's just really stiff. I've never been able to open it. I haven't had much reason to be honest. But I could always do with more storage space.
He looks around at whoever looks strong.
Not me.
So as,
Petra?
Rolls a 10.
around here,
Patra's 13.
a lot of this this level is like waterlogged. It's really mouldy. A lot of these crates are completely sodden. This looks like a very bad place to store food. And in some of these crates over here, you can see like half rotted moorfish just sitting on the floor. And then after you sort of, she's like, "I don't keep the fresh stuff down there. Don't worry."
Yeah, Rill would pull up his shirt to cover his nose and mouth. And then he'd hold out his hand in front of him and produce flame to make a little flame in his hand.
Whoa. How'd you do that?
Same way I do this, I think. He shakes his head again and the little sparks fly out of his hair.
It's pretty cool. It's almost as bad as badass as
Pretty
me.
pretty. Can you do that as well, Bebet?
Yeah, well, if I wanted to, maybe, but I don't want to right now.
That's what's under the hat.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rill wants to step forward and this big barrel here.
Did you say it
Yeah,
was
it's
a
a
ladder
big-
or stairs going down here?
Oh, this is a ladder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bebet is like right on like as far back behind the ladder as he can be with his light crossbow ready.
Yeah, it's probably 40 foot down, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Rill
think
wants
Gilfie
to
would just
look
kind of glide down
under the barrel.
at the bottom.
It's looking under the barrel.
Yeah.
Do investigation
to
check.
Investigate. Yeah. Damn.
Oh,
Just look under the barrel. You can smell the like faint smell of just like evaporated alcohol. It's really grimy. The cobbles are just like logged with dirt.
Gilfie sort of glides down the ladder and sort of lands on the barrel.
Okay. As you land on
Survey the
that
room a bit.
barrel, Gilfie, you can, by the
Mhm.
sort of hollowness, you can tell this barrel's empty.
Oh, okay.
Go get him,
So I'm
hothead.
not. Wait, did Bebet come down the ladder, or is he up at the top?
He'd be behind you. So
Okay.
he'd be at the top until everyone else went in.
Okay.
Cleopatra follow Gilfie down.
Would Hepatra... We're going down into the cellar. The lady's offered us a load of money to clear out the cellar from mephits. Would Hepatra go down?
Okay. I'll put
She thinks
that
it's
there.
dodgy as fuck, but she would. Yeah, Rel's like, he's not like striding forth, but he's sort of taking a cautious walk around the place, holding up the hand with the flickering flame on it.
Yeah. So you can see piles of mud everywhere as well. Like it's just seeped in through the tiny gaps in the stonework.
Hmm. Can Gilfie just survey the room generally for movement
Yeah, do an
from the
investigation check.
this barrel? Depends on how big the barrel is, I suppose. Yeah.
So, Gilfie, you don't see any movement, but over here, quite near Rill, and over here,
Mm-hmm.
you see two very large puddles of mud.
Okay. I can't see any movement yet. Anyway, there's a lot of mud.
All right, I'm gonna try for the trapdoor.
Finger the
Okay.
pose.
What?
Finger the
What?
pose.
Would Bebet be fully down the
I
ladder
think
now?
I will.
He'd like have one hand ready to run back up whenever.
Okay.
Is it like it is on the map, Kieran? Covered in barrels?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to shift some barrels if we want to get this trapdoor up.
Yeah, I'll cover you.
Thanks, badass.
Swear,
Can
hothead.
Gilfie just hop from the top of this one to the top of this one?
Yeah, and as you sort of hop from there, you can tell this barrel's full of something.
Well, this barrel's full, and that one over there is empty. I don't know what that tells you about her stock taking levels.
Kind of feels like she's abandoned this space.
Yeah. Maybe.
Rill's gonna try and move one of these barrels from on top of the trapdoor.
Okay. Do an athletics check as you start to push it. So you manage to push it, and as you're pushing it, it just collapses into debris on the floor. It was so water sodden, and you start sensing movement from over here and over here.
Mm.
Can you roll initiative, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love Bebet. Yeah.
That's so good immediately.
Oh dear, he's interesting. He's a boy.
And here's catchphrase.
I'm not saying it's not his catchphrase.
It is, I've decided.
Oh shit, I didn't.
Oh, shit, hang on.
It's fine.
Oh,
I
there
can
we
just
go.
change it.
Yeah, I did one. No, I think they will. Oh.
Patra's a +2 if you want to roll for it, Kieran.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Hipatra is actually first, but there hasn't been any movement yet.
Hasn't been any movement.
Mm-mm.
So she
You've
doesn't know that
owned-
anything's going on.
You're the only one to have noticed it after the barrel
Okay.
just like shat all over the floor and got
Probably.
more fish all over you.
Oh man, my scraggy clothes. Probably skip her turn then, I guess. If she doesn't know anything's going on.
True. Right. Then, boop, you see the pile of mud slowly start to slop across the floor. Yeah.
Oh, crimes!
Move up to Hipatra, and the other two will move up to Real.
Right.
The
They're coming for you, hothead.
this first one will use Mud Breath against Real. So this viscous mud,
Oh man.
just like covered in more fish. You're getting like baked with another level of mud. Can you do a dexterity saving throw?
Can.
Okay. So you are now restrained.
You just see the fucking Statue of Liberty with a mud-caked person and a hand holding a little flame sticking out the top.
You're restrained for 1 minute.
Amazing.
-1. Okay, and you can repeat that saving throw. On your
Gotcha,
turn.
gotcha.
The other one will attack you with its
With
fists.
advantage.
Ooh, yeah, I think it rolls automatically. 22.
Oh yeah.
2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh! You just hear a muffled.
Chunky.
And this other one is going to try and mud up Hipatra. So it's Mud Breath. So, yeah. So I'll do a... Is it dexterity, I said? Yeah.
+4. Scott. Oh my god!
Shit.
Both her rolls have been natural 20.
They've both been free. Okay. Real. You're restrained.
Okay, now.
You're covered in mud. You're stinky.
Don't have anything fancy. Think. Yeah, the hand would stay up with the flame in it, but the other hand would dart down to around his waist and just pull out in a backhand grip the short sword and try and rake it up, but obviously covered in fucking mud, so disadvantage.
Yeah, the
6.
6 isn't enough as the sword sort of goes through, but the 2 parts of mud separate and it just swings through air.
Ugh. Little help. Up a 10.
Bebet.
You got this hothead.
What's he gonna do? He's
Go on, Bebet.
Bet's
Use your
not-
fish missiles.
Bebet is going to use his action. How much movement do I have? 5, 10. Right, I don't want to get 5, 10. Bebet's going to get to like there.
Okay.
And he's
Seeing
going
as you're on a ladder, I'll say you can go round.
Okay, he's going to use his action to reach into his barrel and pull out a flask of oil.
Okay.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to cast Doohickey. And that's his turn. for now.
Doohickey.
He's
Is he using the flask?
Yes.
Okay. Gilfy.
She sort of looks around for a minute. She's like, okay, I'm helping. And she does, well, I reflavoured it slightly, but it's basically frostbite. On the one that in front. No, this one.
Mm-hmm. This the one that we said does a different type of damage?
I haven't really changed any of the damages yet.
Okay.
Maybe later on.
Okay.
Just reflavoured them.
What does it do for frostbite?
So it's a no, hang on. It's a con save, and if it fails, it gets disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
It passes. Give a 15.
Passes. Yep.
Hepatra.
I don't
Your
think it gets
turn.
any damage either.
You want to beat something up? Well, look, come here. That you. These things are like mud mephits. They're creepy little mud demon things, elemental things. You wanna beat it up?
Mhm.
She's beating it up.
So
Punch it, Kieran.
Short sword.
Or short sword. You don't want to do that in close combat.
Punch it.
Punch it.
Punch.
Punch.
Okay. Oh shit, she does a lot of damage to punches.
No.
The
Oh.
one.
She's punched into the mud and just caked in horrible slop.
Bonus action punch. Monks do that.
Yeah.
Not flurry of blows, just one punch. One punch.
It hits with a 23 and does 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Method.
Oh, I should have done a thing at the end of my turn, right?
Go on, yeah.
Thank you. Dex save.
Not
Fuck!
enough.
What, bro? Time for
This
real to die.
method will come here and it will use its mud breath.
It's already used it, hasn't it? That's why it's got
No,
a
this
little
is
thing
the
on
other
it.
one. So they all have except the one for thing on it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So Bebet, can you do? Oh, you can do an opportunity attack if you want as well, real.
Yeah, go on, mine up.
You
Disadvantage.
can do a dex saving throw for me, Bebet.
Yeah. Is it against being charmed, frightened, paralysed, poisoned, stunned, or put to sleep? I assume not.
Restrained.
No, so don't get advantage.
An 8.
Dex
Kieran.
save, you say?
8 misses. Yeah, dex save.
3.
So you fail, Bebet. You're also restrained in the mud.
Get off
How many
me!
people has that evil innkeeper sent down here to die? That's what's in the boxes! Ah!
The other one will punch. Real.
Advantage.
16.
16 hits.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Oh! Oof!
Oops.
Oof! Ouch!
Ouch.
Owie!
Sorry.
The other one will try and hit Hepatra. 14.
That one doesn't have advantage.
How much damage did he
Oh,
take
no,
from a
thank-
7?
7.
7 points of damage, sorry. He took 7 points of bludgeoning.
Real.
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 I'm just... Oh, sorry, I'm learning my character class, so...
Cool, cool.
Is there anything special you can do?
Yeah, I'm gonna, as a reaction, use one of my spells. Hedge
Ooh.
Risk. You save health for wealth, and a creature that you can see within range takes damage. You may reduce the damage by expending gold piece at a range for 1 point of damage per every gold piece spent up to 10 gold pieces. I'll reduce it to 0 by spending 7 gold pieces.
What, do we see the money disappearing? Whoops.
You'd see...
I assume he just has to hold them up.
You'd see, like, Bebet sees, like, it punches into you, and you, like, take this significant damage, and he's like, hang in there, hothead, and, you see, like, this kind of, like, he kind of opens the barrel slightly, and this, like, sort of sparkling, like, wispy, kind of, almost like pearl-coloured energy kind of, like, rushes into you, and you're kind of, like, reinvigorated suddenly.
I love it.
Okay, so yeah. That is all the methods. Back to real.
That costs you 7 gold.
You should be keeping a little tally. That's my 7. My reward. Oh, instant classic. Real.
Yeah. Anya's just getting sorted back on now. But Real will go for the old short sword at disadvantage because he's still restrained. Oh,
It
14?
hits. Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
you can.
Yes.
No,
I was trying to join the wrong Discord server.
no sneak attack, Kieran.
Okay,
So I got disadvantage.
nice. So yeah, some sloppy mud just flakes off. Looks a bit smaller now. Bebet.
And Bebet's going to use his action to try and...
Oh, I'm free.
Need to check something.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Managed he dives into the water a little, washes it off.
Yep, and he calls it out and he's like, thanks, badass.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, he's going to make his action to make a doohickey attack with the flask on the one next to Real.
It wasn't that at the end of his turn.
What was that,
I
sorry?
don't know yet. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn. Oh shit!
Yeah,
No,
at the end of Real's turn I did the save.
For some reason I thought Natalie rolled for thing.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
How do I roll? Hold on. It's a disadvantage because I'm restrained. So, shit. 8.
No, it doesn't hit.
Yeah, I'll get you next time.
Yeah, that's my turn. Doohickey lasts 1 minute, by the way, I think.
Okay.
I'll post it in the chat.
Ooh, hickey.
Gilfy.
Just the same thing again. You see, I mean, you probably can't see, it's a bit dark in here, but she, like, wings sort of bat a little bit, and you can see a bit of a chill in the air.
Don't think I've used it right, but well, whatever.
So,
Which one? The one next. This one.
that one. Yeah.
It failed.
Yes.
I think with a 10.
Yeah. So 5 damage, and then it has disadvantage on a weapon attack. If it has weapons, I don't know.
I think that counts as this. Hipatra. San, you're on.
Yes, I am. Hello. She will. She will take be inspired by watching Gilfy use Biting Breeze, and we'll use fog cloud.
Oh.
Fog.
nice.
Where is she putting the fog?
Right in the middle.
So everyone's going to be blind, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. I did think about this, but Cleopatra is chaos, so yeah.
20 radius. God,
She's basically going to be like the lawful good version of Sibley.
it's basically the whole room.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so the whole room is completely obscured in fog now.
Well, she would say, I really thought that would work better.
It is concentration.
Oh, shit.
So is she going to keep it up?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Heavily obscured. God. There's the methods.
Are you ready? Are you ready for Cleopatra Apophylaxis? No, you're not.
Did the bet roll for breaking free?
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can assume he's probably not going to pass. Oh wait, I didn't mean to roll a disadvantage.
I take it from the left, so that would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the white roll with that again.
So yeah, the bet is free from the mud now.
Yeah.
When something's heavily obscured, it's at disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the mud methods are going to attack. So the one on Cleopatra gets a nat 1. One on Real gets a 12.
12 just misses.
And the one on Bebet gets 9.
Which also misses.
Oh. Roll their... See if they get their mud breath back. None of them do. Real. It is completely smothered in fog now. Shit, do I keep cutting?
No. I can hear you.
Oh, it's just thinking hard.
What? Oh, sorry. I completely spaced out. I was looking at the heavily obscured condition.
Is it? It's fog. It's not steam, is it?
I think technically they would have been straight rolls because you have advantage on things that are blinded as well, so it kind of all levels out.
Well, seeing as it's so the 12 was the only one that'd be different, I think. No,
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'll leave it as it was.
But should I make a straight roll, or do you want me to do like the methods did?
So is it meant do as the method? No, just roll if that's how you meant to do it.
I think so, just because we're all blind, so it's like it will.
Yeah, it balances out.
Everyone's flailing around. Oh, there you go.
So you swing, don't know where it's going. You hear the crack of a barrel, and more fish just feel them around your feet.
Come on!
Bebet.
Bebet is going to try and do a doohickey attack again. I think I did this slightly wrong with the doohickey, but it's fine, whatever.
It hits.
I think you're meant to use an artisan tool, but they're using it on a thing.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Oh, Bebet!
Damn.
How has he finished his method?
He just glasses it in the face with a bottle of oil.
And you just hit. Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
It would have been this one as well.
One next to Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have killed it. But as you hit it, Bebet, mud explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
Can Real, Gilfie, Bebet, and the method next to it have to make dexterity saving throws?
Is it safe to say, because it's like an elemental, that because he smashed the glass with oil, the oil would go everywhere as well?
If you get rid of the oil, I will allow that.
What, do you mean take it out of my inventory?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. I have done that already.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god, everyone failed.
So... Oh, method passed.
We're gonna burn down this fucking place.
It's not like I'm made of fire or anything.
No.
Wait, so did everyone... Yeah, everyone failed, so you're all restrained.
Great.
Light him up, hothead.
This is the worst.
What was that? I don't see anything.
Giffy just got pushed into a fog cloud and covered in mud.
What's the area of the oil, Natalie?
Flask oil, maybe. It says it holds 1 pint, and when you usually throw it, it can splash the oil onto a creature within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, it'd be
on
like
the
a 5 foot square.
on a hit, the target is covered in oil.
I'll do it like that.
I was more thinking because it exploded, or like little bits of oil would have shot out all over the room, maybe.
Ah, like flicks.
Yeah, okay, we'll say that, but I guess it's not too much really, so... Is that everything?
Yeah.
Gilfy.
I can't see where I'm aiming. You can't do shit. I can't do Bright and Breeze without being able to see. Yeah, she just kind of sits there. It's like, are you okay, everyone? I'm covered in mud. Kind of gross.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
It's kind of worse
as
than.
well.
I didn't
I
think this one
think-
through.
And it's worse than flying through that really moist cloud that one time. That's it. Can't do nothing.
Do a deck save at the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, Gilfy, you're free at the end of your turn, and so are you, Bebet.
Yes.
Shake it off.
Hipatra.
Yeah, she'd see. It's not really working out. Should probably drop the fog cloud. Might be an idea.
Yeah.
Is that my action?
No, that's free action.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smack it with a short sword, or try to, and fail.
You've never seen one of these things before, but you hit it last time. But again, you just crack into this barrel, and something just starts pouring onto the floor. You're not
Oh,
sure
for
what it
God's
is.
sake!
Back to the methods.
You can do a punch as a bonus action.
Oh yeah.
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 Punch
Yeah,
it,
monk, aren't you?
punch it, punch it, punch it, punch it, punch it.
That one
23.
hits, but same as last time.
Stick to the basics.
Big shot. The methods will have a go at you. The one on Hipatra is going to use its fists. 12 hits. 6 points of bludgeoning damage, Hipatra. So down to 4.
Oof. Wait, I need to check my spell.
One next to Bebet.
I can't see. Can't even do it.
So 16.
Yeah, that definitely is.
For 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
You can see the fog clouds come.
Oh, I can see. Fuck. Okay, yeah, I'll use hedge risk again in our spell slot to spend 6 more gold to cancel out the damage to Hipatra.
Push my gold, you owe me.
Clams for the clam god.
I don't know what you just did, strange small man, but thank you.
It's powder
I feel
poo,
better.
isn't it?
One extra.
I did not understand that, but thank you.
Hello?
Hey.
Kieran disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Mephit time.
The methods. They've done.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
real.
sorry, it's me.
Real sense. Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything. I'm restrained, right? So I've got 0 speed.
Did you fail the roll at the end of your last turn? Or was it?
That hasn't been my turn since it exploded.
Oh, it exploded. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Light him up, hothead. Let's burn this place to the ground.
I think with how much he's been like breathed and exploded on and whatever, he's actually been like stuck to the barrel behind him with the mud. But you just see one little hand break out and flick, and as he flicks his hand, a flame shoots out. He's going to try and produce flame at disadvantage.
Yeah, let's burn this place.
I'm going to use my action to hand sanitize.
Ooh, 19.
Yep.
2 fire damage.
This one.
Is it safe to say that one might have a tiny bit of oil on it that might catch a light?
Oh yeah, that I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
I'll do a D4.
There's a mud on it.
Additional damage.
I think it
For
did.
1 additional damage.
Umbo!
I think if you follow the, I mean, I don't know if you want to do it your
What
way or the
what are
rules.
the rules?
So it
I was
says
being pretty lax with this, so.
the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries after 1 minute. The target takes an additional 5 fire damage from the burning oil. You can also pour a flask of oil on the ground. Blah, blah, blah. If lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds and deals 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area or ends its turn in the area.
Okay. I will up the damage then. It's not looking good for this method, but it's still going.
the creature can only take this damage once. So once he's taken it, he can't take it again.
Okay. It burnt away, like a lot of the mud's just been caked into the ground now. You saw this like slight conflagration as the flame hit, and then it started baking some of it into the floor, but there's a little bit still slapping at you, Bebet.
Yeah, I think as the oil goes up, because Rill just chucks his little produce flame, not expecting much, and as the oil goes up, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I call badass combo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Dex save.
Pass.
I'm free!
Bebet.
Bet's gonna run the fuck away.
It's too hot for the old badass Bebet.
He's gonna run behind Patra.
Disengaging.
Natalie,
No, he'll take the attack opportunity. Yes.
has he lost the eyebrows in the flames?
They're definitely singed.
So he got an 11.
That hits. Would it be an advantage? Because he's not restrained.
I think Kieran's just taking the left
I
one.
take the
Oh,
left.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
3 bludgeoning. Ow, that hurt. And then just checking my spells. What's this do? Oh no, that's not very good. Tool or utensil? Sorry, this is a lot of figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Saved me from damage.
Tool. What would count as a tool?
Well, like blacksmith tools.
Yeah.
He must have started with at least one, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I put it in stupidly.
Thieves' tools.
I don't think I don't think I saw it any. Unfortunately, that's.
I can give you fishing tackle if you want.
Does that count as a tool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the rules that I have later on, it does.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I'll add that on. Yeah, he would be carrying on his person then technically. Yeah, he'll move here then instead, actually, and he'll pull out his fishing tackle.
Like the rod.
Fishing rod, sorry.
Yeah.
And he'll cast Doohickey as a bonus action, and then swing round with the fishing rod and try and bonk this Mephit on the head.
Over Hipatria.
11.
It just hits!
Yeah!
Oh,
How does Bebet finish it off?
he just whacks it with the thing, and maybe the hook like catches onto a bit of its essence and like pulls it out.
Just like my daddy told me.
By the way, the damage is, I know it says bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It's dependent on what tool you use, so
I guess
you determine it, Kieran.
I guess it'd be piercing.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Was he using more of a rod or a hook to do the damage, do you think?
Probably the rod.
Okay, it's bludgeoning then, but it still kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gilfy.
Gilfy sort of looks down at the fire. Well, fire and feathers don't go well together, but well, I guess I'll just do this again. Just does the fighting breeze again. Not this guy. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh,
6, so it fails.
Oh yeah.
And Gilfy, you finish it off.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think we did it. She looks over at Real, stuck on the mud barrel.
I think Real slowly creaks forward out of the mud and just face palms on the ground. And just lies there for a second.
Yeah, Real, you're covered in mud, you're covered in fish guts.
I don't envy you down there.
This is disgusting.
Shakes off some mud still left over.
Guys are pretty tough.
Pretty tough yourself, Bebet. You did so much damage.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I was reading the comic, Big Stonks.
Stonks.
Yeah, Big Stonks, Bebet.
Oh, that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
And you're lucky, the singeing has only made your eyebrows stand out more.
Yeah, they needed a trim.
Well, it is like 2 for 1. We kill Mephits, you get eyebrow trim.
Gonna have to ask for medical fees, though. That's 6 gold from you and 7 gold from you.
What? That does not make sense. We did not ask you to do it.
Yeah, well, you might die. I got taking the opportunity.
That's the biggest con. That's like when you go to, I don't know, Waterdeep, when someone comes up to you and puts a bracelet on your arm and tries to take money from you, saying, "No, that's not how it works."
But no, you owe me medical fees. I could take it back.
Fine.
Rel crawls himself forward along the floor, still prone. Comes around the corner. And it's like,
That's pretty rude.
would you accept it from my share?
Yeah,
Badass big stonks Bebet.
that's pretty reasonable.
It's also pretty rude to just expect money from someone for something they did not ask for. That is like giving someone a present and then telling them to pay for it. Or inviting them around for dinner and then charging them per head. It does not make sense.
Well, next time I won't help you then.
You can take it from a share, but I definitely think you should ask, or rather than, maybe ask for donations instead of demanding.
What about if you're dying on the floor?
Well, then fine, but definitely ask first.
I gotta pay the powder pearl. Law of equivalent exchange, y'all. You ever heard of blood money?
Does any of this water look not horrific, Kieran, or is it all just awful?
It's all very dank. There's mud
Ugh.
just like seeping through it.
Well,
See, Tom, he said it was dank. You should get in it.
wah, 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 wah.
I got-
Someone like Bebet, it might look fine.
I got an idea.
Bird!
How about, since you guys so strong that, you know, after this little endeavor, I won't charge you for your medical fees if, you know, you stick around with me and look tough and be our security light.
All right. Well, I'm happy to pay to give you maybe, I don't know, 2 gold per day, and then you can use that as my pot to heal me. But I just think it is not what we would do in the Philosophic Conclave.
No, I'm saying if you take on the security job, you won't have to pay, man. That'll be a little agreement between us.
Well, I don't want you to be out of pocket, but yes, all right
I
then.
won't be. It's you fulfilling a job for me. It's payment. What you say?
All right.
All of you, you're pretty tough. I'm looking for security detail.
Well, I mean, if you're going my way, I guess. Well, I already have a job, so. But yeah,
I can match the pay. I can match the pay.
I mean, maybe.
Hepatra would spit in her hand and go and hold it out, but you'd see she's got webbed fingers as she does so.
He's also got webbed fingers, so he'll shake you down.
Nice!
Web
I met-
bros.
I imagine a handshake in this place is like you slap it back and forth.
Yeah.
Like a wet fish.
Yeah.
What you say, hothead? Wanna get a little security detail?
He's like using a dagger to chip bits of mud and flick bits of rotten fish flesh and bone off of his clothes. Are you expecting danger?
Well, you know, you make a lot of enemies in my line of work. You never know what's gonna pop around the corner and get you.
Destroying Anya's mind. Are you planning on going any place in particular?
Nope, just sailing about. So if you want to go anywhere, I'm happy to follow, but I just need someone to watch my back.
That's great.
Maybe you can all try and help me as well, and then let me find my. Well, I can't remember what we said. Package.
Yeah, at the pearl.
Yeah,
Package.
at the pearl.
You go.
And are you paying, like badass big stonks over here?
Oh no, but I'm just gonna come along.
You going to the Pearl?
Yeah, I have a lead there, where my package might be.
Oh, I got lots of friends there, but lots of enemies too, so if I'm going back to the Pearl, then I'm going. You guys gonna have to be extra diligent in your duties.
I very much want to know what is in this package.
Probably just, politics stuff. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not really tasked to open the packages.
But do you not
It's-
do it anyway?
Oh no, that would be against the rules.
Break contract.
Exactly,
But then you will never know what is in the package.
I'm not meant to know. The package is not for me. I just deliver them.
Sacred postman bond.
I could not deal with that kind of curiosity.
Don't get me wrong, I do get very curious sometimes, especially the weird-looking shaped one.
You can just steam it open.
Well, they usually have quite a good seal on them. They're kind of hard to get off without, somebody knowing you opened them.
I can teach you some tricks.
Well, I don't really want to know the tricks, I'm not really meant to open them, but...
Hepatra is mystified at this lack of curiosity.
What's the
As
weirdest
am
shaped
I.
package you've ever had?
Oh, well, there was one that kind of looked like a duck, but it had like this bit on the back of it that kind of came around, like like a scorpion. I'm not really sure what was inside it.
That does sound super weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. But it was really cool. You know,
Real
just had like a weird texture as well.
Was it
Rose-
wriggling?
Wriggling.
It didn't move, no. That would have been strange in the air.
Real sat on his haunches, Kieran poking the mud with his short sword.
Mm-hmm. What where the mephits were.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel special. It's just thick, gloopy. To you, it would smell worse than it does the Aquins. You've had a whole life of everyone being like, "This is normal," and you're just like,
Okay, Mum. Yeah.
Whilst they're talking, Bebet's reached into his barrel and pulled out a pen and ink and inkwell and stuff and has written up a little contract. It's in.
Want to sign on board with badass big stumps Bebet and work for me? You seem like, like I said, security detail.
Okay, so as long as I get to look for the back of the package as well.
Yeah, like I said, I got nowhere in particular going, so, wherever you want to go.
Well, that sounds good then. You can all show me around. I haven't been down this low in a long time. Ever, maybe.
Yeah, I got
Sort of
some
signs of a
friends
little-
we can visit in the Pearl, but you gotta watch some places. 'Cause like I said, I got lots of enemies out there, and they're all real, building themselves up to take me down and, ruin me.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
really want to know what you're doing to make so many enemies.
Well, it's business, isn't it? You gotta, when you're making big stunts like big stunts Bebet, you gotta make sure to watch your back.
Loxodons very much confuse me.
Look at that.
Locathas. What's up a Loxodon?
They're the elephant
Elephant,
people.
yeah.
At least I got the right sort of thing, and I didn't say like axolotl or something.
What does the contract say?
It probably just says, like, will work for Bebet as security detail. Please sign below. Signed, Bebet.
Okay.
Yeah. Rel will like make a little flame at the end of his finger, blow it out, but so it's all like ashy, and then sign with his finger.
It probably say, like, will protect Bebet in exchange for free healing. And in brackets, like, in small print, it would say, depending on how much gold Bebet has.
Oh,
The terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pulls
Real
out her little
signs it quite happily,
feather quill.
and then spins on his heel and heads towards the trapdoor.
You gonna sign over you two? Hot head signed. Go on, Feathers.
I'll sign it. And then she like pulls out a feather quill and just signs it. So.
What about you, Patra?
Patra would definitely read the small print, even if it took her like 5 hours. It is one of the great lessons that Chorus taught me, that you always read the fine print.
Yeah, you're smart. That's what my daddy always told me as well.
What, that I was smart?
No, that you gotta read the small print. He said,
Well,
little Bebet, you little slime, you gotta make sure you read the small print, otherwise other people gonna screw you. And people are always looking to screw the Baracus name.
I'm not really sure that it has ever been a threat. Yes. Was he taught by Chorus also?
I don't know who that is.
I will take that as a no then. Only the special ones are taken on by Chorus, but I don't like to brag, but yeah, yes, alright. Would there be anything dodgy in the contract?
Not particularly, mostly just saying the healing is dependent on if he has gold or not.
Great, so we will risk our lives and you men don't even have the gold to heal us. Great.
Like I said, a law of equivalent exchange not my choice. If I ain't got gold, then I can't tribute to the pearl. If I can't tribute to the pearl, then I can't use its magic.
No. Okay. Then I propose that I give you the amount per day plus and instead of trying to protect you, because that way I still lose out and have to pay for my own healing, so that seems silly to me.
Well, I suppose, if you're coming with us anyway, then these two are going to be my security, so... Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're very easy to negotiate with. I like you.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I call a big stalks.
It's okay. You're chaotic. I like you. Yes, then I will sign. And she would like... I don't know what she would do.
You can sign with one of your little claws with the ink if you want. I got some ink here.
Pretty cool.
Perhaps. I was thinking more like sea mud.
You could sign in for mud on the floor, definitely. It is very viscous.
Do a handprint. Webbed handprint.
Yeah.
So,
No, she would sign it properly with her name.
So after you've signed, Real, you moved one of the barrels off. There's only another barrel, and it's blocking the trapdoor.
He will try and shove it off, I think.
Do a flex check, please.
What is Bebet's strength?
12.
I'm gonna end up in the barrel, aren't I?
Can you do a dexterity saving throw, please? So, Real, as you go to push the barrel,
Yep.
you trip over
Good.
the lid of the barrel. It's pretty much nothing, and you just land with your legs sticking out of the top of this barrel, and inside the moorfish has rotted so much that you're just half drowning in this rotted moorfish, and you're also stuck in the barrel.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Yeah, so you hear all of that from... Oh shit! And you just see a little trail of steam coming up as well from his hair going out.
Oh, I love the steam.
This hatcher will give you a handout.
I said work smarter, not harder.
Can you do an athletics check to try and pull Real out?
Think about it.
Real, you've also take this much.
And I read the 20, I was like, fuck, I'm dead.
You take 1 poison damage as well.
Yeah.
And Hepatra,
Two now.
grab hold of his legs. It takes a bit of a doing. He eventually comes out of the barrel, and the rotten moorfish just goes all over the floor, all over your legs. But the barrel does break in the attempt.
That's
Real is a very
really
sorry sight.
He's just hanging there like a limp fish anyway, and Hepatra's hand around his ankle or whatever.
Oh damn! I could have used when I pulled out the oil. I could have used it as part of the same action to whack it. That's cool.
And also, as he's hanging there from Hepatra's arm, point towards Bebet and be like, "I've already signed the contract. You can't take it back."
Yes, that's right.
You can put me down now, please.
Should just drop you.
Yeah, he'd flop to the floor, lying there amongst the moorfish.
You used to think moorfish was quite tasty, but maybe after this you won't.
Yeah, he's not eating that dinner when he goes back up.
Maybe
Gets to his feet.
maybe we should give it a rest.
Well, isn't it just storage down there? Shouldn't you just try and open it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Curious.
Is she paying us extra?
It smells awful in here.
That's just me.
I'll go see if I can sweet talk her and get a little bit of extra for top.
Bebet's
Yeah,
gonna,
maybe she should probably know we did it anyway.
Bebet's gonna go back up the ladder.
Okay.
Go with him, Gilfie. Where is security detail now?
I'm tempted. It smells down here. Yeah, she just flies up.
Yep, sorry.
More for you guys.
Okay, I'll quickly go back upstairs. So, you see
Hippatra's
everyone's
fine.
there. Brina's, Hipatra and Rill are downstairs. But Bebet and Gilfie are upstairs. Brina's like, oh, did you manage to take care of them?
Yeah, we got the methods, but I'm gonna have to say that, if you want us to move those barrels and open up the trap door, then it might cost you a little bit extra off the top.
How much are you thinking to open the trap door?
Well, gotta cover costs of, the risks of employment, so I was thinking about 20 pearls.
Do a persuasion check, Bebet.
21.
She's like, why do you think it's worth so much opening the door? Do you think something is down there?
Well, it might, as a man of business, it might, be a new storage area, and you can start, now we cleared out those methods for you, maybe you can start using it as a, new place to store more supplies and bring in more fish and...
What about we say 10 pearls, but you can keep whatever you find down there?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, well, I'll have your payment ready for when you've opened that trapdoor. Did the methods give you any trouble?
Nah, we handled it.
Oh, great. Do you want your payment now or when you come back up after opening that door?
Pay us now.
Okay, and she gives you the 200 pearls.
Yeah, Bebet will split it fairly. So 50
How many
each.
were down there?
Oh, there was like 10 of them.
Do a persuasion check.
Deception.
Yeah, deception. Do deception. Oh, I thought the whole place would be flooded with 10 of them.
Well, maybe I lost count.
Right. Well, I'm glad you got rid of some of them at least. I'll come and check. I'll go check when you're all back up here.
Yeah, right. Let's just go back down, I guess.
Oh, it's nice getting a breather at least.
What were Hipatra and Rill doing while they're upstairs negotiating?
Making terrible small talk.
Yeah. We'll be like, so that cog thing was pretty cool.
Yes, I don't know if it's like a race thing or a class thing. I imagine probably race, but
Wait, what?
Well, fog cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Should say on the thing.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it's a race thing.
Where does it say it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It says race. Racial traits.
Oh, it's because I'm looking at the wrong bit. Because I was just on spells, sorry. Yes, it is because of my frightened nature. So, how can you be made from fire, but also water? I am confused. How can you be Aquan?
He smiles and does a big shrug. He's like, beats me. My mum and my dad said I just was born this way.
Like Lady Gaga.
Lady
Gaga is a renowned monk.
Gaga
Philosophic Conclave.
Philosophic.
No.
I don't know. My sisters aren't like this.
No,
My mum
she's
and my
Lady at Gaga.
I've always been this way.
It is very interesting. I wish to know more, but I will allow you to have your quiet time for today. I know I will not badger you on the first day with all these questions. Sorry, I went a bit French there. Ooh.
It's quite nice talking. It distracts me from all of this. And he gestures down at all the covering of filth that's all over him.
Hipatra would actually crack a smile at that and be like, well, yes, I can't say it is the most pleasant thing for me. I cannot imagine it would be great on your end.
Tempted to try and burn it off, but I feel like it might make it worse.
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe not.
Rotten moorfish is bad enough. Burning rotten moorfish is also worse.
Back with the goods!
Oh,
Fucking
for fuck's
cockerel
sake.
at dawn.
Here's your shares.
How much is he giving out to everyone?
We give 50 to each
Oh,
person.
nice.
Thanks, boss. Badass.
What's it
Big
called?
stunks.
50 gold each, right? 50
gold, yeah.
pearls.
50 pearls, yeah.
Wait, wasn't it 300 gold?
It's
Oh,
200.
200.
250
Right,
each.
Thank you, and keep this for yourself. And she'd hand him back 10.
Oh, thanks. I managed to scoop a little bit on extra, but we gotta open that trap door if we want it.
Alright, I might as well do it. Can't be much worse, surely.
I really
can
would
do it,
not
Real.
put ready to the test.
Let's get
You
this
may
done.
want to stand back.
Yeah.
And he'll do a very over-exaggerated, leaning as far away from the trapdoor as possible as he picks it up with one hand and flips it up.
Yep, you can do an athletics check.
Ah, shit.
See, it's
9.
pulling. She was right. It's pretty stiff. Like, it feels like the mechanism might have rusted shut.
Yeah, he goes from the leaning away, one-armed pull, trying to be dramatic, to both arms in a squat, just like, and he's not
Yeah.
getting anywhere.
How about you use this?
And he's going to reach into his barrel and pull out a crowbar and then hand it to Real.
Right you are. And he'll stick the crowbar in and try and lever it up.
Okay.
It's advantage, right?
Yep.
0 modifier.
No.
Yeah!
Since you're
Put me
doing
out of
it,
my misery, Hipatra, please!
it's just not coming.
The little sparks at the end of his hair flare up as he's just straining. No, he
This
just
is embarrassing to watch.
falls back and lies on the ground, spread-eagled.
Yeah, Hipatra will give it a go.
Mhm.
Crowbar.
Oh, fuck!
Advantage.
Crowbar gives you advantage.
Yeah, and after a bit of straining, she was right. It's no wonder she can open it herself. You just hear a slight creaking, and then you just feel the locks break, and the trapdoor collapses in on itself.
Oh shit.
And below, you can make out 2 faint light sources in the darkness, radiating different hues.
Would Hipatra have fallen in the hole?
No, but she would have probably fallen, but stumbled backwards. So you can do a dexterity saving throw if you want to see if she falls over onto this box, which has got loads of more fish in.
Oh, no. Yeah!
It
And she
doesn't.
flips over it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're proceeding down.
Guys, there is something weird and glowing down there. I am going to go down.
Wait, so you give a fish back his crowbar first?
Yeah, she'd hand it back to Rill.
Thanks.
Back in the barrel.
Yep.
So, you're all heading down.
Something glowy. What does it look like?
Wait, is that the right music? Oh yeah. It is.
I don't really know. It is just glowing. The DM did not tell me more.
Hang on. Just trying to.
Real
Get you all down
pulls
there.
himself to his feet.
Oh no, that music means combat.
It feels like the wrong music. Oh, it's the wrong music. Because I didn't upload the right one. Whoops. I'll just do this one instead. Right.
Ooh.
I'll explain what you see. So as you're heading down the ladder, the smell of mould has dissipated now. You can see a finely mosaic floor beneath you, where a large edifice of a shrouded humanoid dominates the room. 2 crumbled stone staircases flank the statue. It seems as though this room has been built over, but it's not clear as to why. To the south of the room, a light blue crystal gleams on an ornate marble altar.
Mhm.
Are the stairs going up or down?
They're going up, but they
Okay.
seem to be
Crumble.
collapse of debris.
The bet's gonna move over to the crystal.
The floor,
Oh,
just nice, not covered in mould.
Cute.
No, it's completely pristine in here, Gilfie. Yes,
Okay.
Hipatra?
Can I ask, is this some sort of medieval version of Funky Town?
No, I don't
Oh.
think it is. It's just...
I'm clearly
Right,
hearing
right,
things
actually.
that aren't there then. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
If he looks at the statue.
We'll do statue first. So, as you walk past the statue, can you do a religion or history check to see if you recognise what it is? Okay, so everyone, maybe except Hipatra, because she's been kept away from a lot of religious stuff that isn't pertinent to her own, would recognise this statue, which looks kind of like this, as Venom.
Mm.
Venom, the one true god, once presided over the lands of the Vale. He is the creator of all things. However, his designs and thoughts were unknowable. Little is known of his worship before the Sundering, with many sources being lost or sequestered at the tarnished citadel. Preeminent scholars of the modern age squabble over details. However, common details of his demise are well known. Long before the current period, Imperium rose to dominate the lands of the Vale. They ascended in their artisanal, industrial and arcane knowledge. However, as their majesty grew, so did their arrogance. The great magisters of the Imperium considered their might greater than the one true deity. They were beholden to no god and struck down their creator, shattering the Vale and destroying their empire in the process. So, you'd know he's probably a pretty big deal.
Mm.
There is this inscription beneath the statue, if anyone understands Elven.
Nate.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Got him. Wow. It's a pretty big deal, I guess.
Yeah, this crystal looks pretty shiny.
It's a bit strange to be under such a shabby little inn.
Maybe it used to be, secret.
Maybe.
Secret place to worship. I suppose she doesn't seem like the kind that would come to see this guy down here.
Gilfie
Maybe
probably
I've before.
know a bit less about him because their culture is more obsessed with the Draken than the Empire before.
Feel kind of bad, you know.
Mm.
He looks back at the ground and there's just these muddy footprints back to the base of the ladder. The rest of it being so pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't mind. Where's this little glowy thing anyway?
This is my crystal.
Crystal?
Yeah, I found it, and the lady said I could have it.
I think she said we, but I mean, I don't care about
Alright, I didn't say the details, did I? Jesus.
The Venom!
Yeah, you just assume it translates.
Is he reaching?
Yeah, no,
for
he's
crystal?
already picked it up. Yeah.
Oh no, he wouldn't have. Because
Oh.
as he goes to pick it up, a small spectral anglerfish starts to rise up from the crystal.
Ugh, what is that?
Clams.
You would all recognize this tiny anglerfish, which is hovering above it as one of the tiny aspect gods who exist in this world.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you don't often see them, but you know they have powers, and it's like, greetings! My name is Brian Burling. I am the god of aquatic ruins, and you have stumbled upon me.
Hello?
Greetings.
Uh,
I am very lonely down here. It's not often people come near.
when was the last time someone came down?
Oh, many ages ago. People don't come out here often anymore. And I'm ever so lonely and looking for followers.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Kind of floats back. I see. And he gestures towards you, Bebet. You were coveting the crystal of the Venom.
Yeah, it's pretty shiny, like.
It has miraculous powers. And maybe...
Oh, yeah?
if you were all to promise maybe to do a little worship of me sometime, leaving a few gold coins around some aquatic ruins, I could grant you some powers and tell you what this little crystal here does.
Oh, yeah, I'm right down for that. How
Don't
much,
do it.
how much you want? I can drop about 6 gold if you want.
Well, to get my blessing every day, you have to drop a single pearl into an aquatic ruin, and I will feel ever so grateful and grant you the power
Does this,
of brine bulling.
does this count as an aquatic ruin?
Yes, this is an aquatic ruin.
Okay. One
Is this the
gold,
only one?
one for you then.
What's he doing with the pearl?
Just like plops it on the table.
So as you plop it on the table, Bebet, you see, can everyone do a perception check?
Yeah.
So I think Gilfie, you notice that as he plopped the pearl onto the table, Brine Burling grew ever so slightly, a minute amount.
Oh, he got slightly bigger. I don't know what that means.
And
Very slight.
Bebet, you get this blessing, which every day you do something in the aquatic ruin, you get Brine Burling's blessing. The God of Marine Ruins grants the following benefits if praised. 1 GP placed a rune per day. Brine Burling's blessing, 3 per long rest. For 1 hour, a creature can emit a 20-foot light from its body. And the creature gains advantage on all investigation checks when fully or partially submerged in water.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, do you plan on coming back here? That's all of it. How are you going to give him 1 gold each day?
There are many ruins across the shattered lake. As long as they are subaquatic, you will benefit.
Yeah, there's plenty of water around here.
And you can always come back and visit me. There's not many people visit these long lost ruins.
Can't
Maybe. It's
imagine
kind of
why.
smelly.
Smelly?
Yeah, it's really smelly in the middle part.
You're
That's the only way
talking
you can...
to a god, little thing. I could do lots of things to you.
Like what? Do you like...
I could. And then he looks at Bebet, and Bebet starts lighting up.
Oh, you can make him light up.
Yes,
Wait, lighting up or lighting up?
lighting up, like he's starting to glow.
Glowing.
I mean,
right.
that is pretty cool.
It's only one of my many powers. If you choose to dedicate a few pearls to me.
Oh, I think glowing would be really bad for me. You know, I don't really want to be seen in the sky that much.
Could I take the crystal?
Well, the crystal. It's. You promise you'll come back.
Yeah, sure.
Can you do a deception check
Yeah.
with that?
Oh, fuck.
I'll do his
Shit.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Well, fine, I'll come back.
Well, if you ask so nicely, it is an elemental fragment of the Venom. Specifically, a cold fragment. And then he would go on to explain, the Venom's grace has spread throughout the world and imbued once holy crystal fragments with elemental power. These fragments can be used to infuse weapons and armor with divine energies. And we have here just a little list of how many you need to upgrade the damage on certain weapons. And you can also imbue your armors with it.
Pretty cool.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
That's really cool.
Looks at Rill. He's like, I know you're already glowing, but how do you feel about worshipping a god of aquatic ruins?
I consider it good practice to
Ooh! And he starts flying around.
to say good grace and show respect to any deity, and he'll put a pearl on the altar next to where Bebet put his.
Yes, and you start glowing a bit as well, Rill, as he's as you see, gets a teeny bit bigger,
Ooh.
and he sort of flies over to Hepatra, and he's like, "You know much about religion, young merfolk?"
I mean, yes, of course I do. I'm a member of the Philosophic Conclave.
Then you must have heard of Brine-Berling, the god of aquatic ruins.
Would she have done?
Roll a religion check.
Something tells me, perhaps not.
No, he's pretty tiny little god, so I don't think he's included in the pantheon, so you probably wouldn't have heard of him.
No, I'm afraid I have not heard of you before.
Oh, well, there's all you know of me now, and you can always chuck a pearl on the altar. Please.
Oh my god. Just given how much that just made me laugh, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. And everyone sees him get slightly bigger again, and Hepatra, you start glowing too. And he finally moves. He flies through the column, and he's like, well, there's only one left now. How do you feel about it, young? He just looks you up and down.
Well,
Not sure what to
she
make of you.
she looks around. Is like, I feel a bit left out now, to be honest. I mean, I guess you can have one, but try not to make me glow, though. Yeah, I don't really want to glow.
Oh, I have many powers. Yes, you'll become slightly more perspective when you're underwater. Ooh. And nothing happens, and you see him go, and he's like, remember, you can always call on your god, Brine-Berling. and there's a little flourish, and you see this like twist of water in the air, and he disappears.
No!
And as you right, does Hepatra go no?
No, that's just me.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that was strange. He was a strange fish. Don't think
Yeah,
I've seen one of those fish before either.
it's pretty weird, but I got this nice crystal now.
Well, that's true.
So Bebet, I assume you understand this thing on the elemental fragment.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a weapon, he can just say if he crushes it, like it infuses, and he gets a 1d4 on that weapon.
What, permanently?
Yeah, permanently.
Shit, that's pretty
There's
good.
going to be a lot of elemental, what do you call it, rock paper scissoring in this campaign. So, and then if he uses 2 more crystals on the same weapon, it will upgrade to a d6. And then if he uses 3 more, so cumulative 6, it'll go up to a d8. And the armor's slightly more expensive. But it's only cold fragments.
How common are these? Like, would the Aryan have any? Like, would you know what it is?
You would have seen them, but you wouldn't have been allowed to put them on your weapons.
Okay.
It's weird seeing one out in the wild, because they're, especially by the avians, they're very revered because they're magical. And Bebet would know it probably would sell for quite a lot of money.
Well, I could, put a business in a little bit of business opportunity, but since you're my new security detail,
Oh, you want us to be as strong as possible, right? She looks up at him.
there you go, hothead. You can be hot and cold now.
Catches it.
Oh, what are you
Alright,
gonna put it on?
Thank you.
You just smash it.
Okay. He'll smash it onto his short sword.
I might have to extend our contract a little bit, though.
Yeah.
After he smashes it, looks up at you. Okay.
So, Real, on your short sword, you will get a d4 of cold damage.
Amazing.
I'll keep track of it, and I'll also put a weapon in D&D Beyond.
Cool.
Nice.
He holds up the short sword. Does it look any different? Is there a shimmer to it, or?
Yeah, there's a very slight cold shimmer. You'd also notice on the hilt, you see this teeny tiny anglerfish symbol. It's also got that on it.
I guess we've got Brian Billing watching over us now.
And you hear, yes!
Oh, does that mean he's coming with us as well?
I'll be wherever you want me to be as long as you donate every day.
Are we going to tell Brina that she's got a shrine to Brian Billing in her basement?
How are we supposed to find a subaquatic ruin every day?
I was hoping you might have some ideas yourself.
How would I
Surely
know?
You came from beneath the waves?
I just stayed in the one place. What do I know? We'll figure it out.
I don't see why we shouldn't tell her. I mean, she said we could have it anyway.
True enough.
What are we waiting for? I want to go eat some food and go to bed.
What are these stairs, Kieran? I forgot now.
They are stairs, but there's rubble blocking it, and there's also it just seems built over as well. Even if you walked up it and cleared the rubble, there would just be the floor above it. But you'd notice that this floor doesn't match the floor upstairs.
Probably something above here, but
Well, you just came from above here.
I meant this says.
And we'll investigate the statue.
Yes.
Just palming over it to see if there's any hidden bits or pieces.
So these stairs, Hannah, would go up to the next floor, which you were just on, but they're blocked by the floor.
Okay, so there's just some stairs like that we haven't seen because it's built over.
Yeah, you could assume that maybe this was preserved, and then they've just done stuff with the upper floors.
Mm.
What was he trying to do?
He was trying to investigate the statue, see if there's any secret compartments or hidden scripture on it or anything like that.
Not that you can find.
Yeah, no, I expect not with my net one.
You do feel that there's a very imposing air to the statue, though.
Yeah,
Maybe it once had power, but
backs off and kind of as the whole body shudder.
Are these just little candles?
they are, but considering that someone said they haven't been down in here for a while, it'd be strange that they're still glowing.
Is that ever lasting fire? But I don't know if that's in this campaign.
That wouldn't
It's
be
magical,
common.
isn't it?
It would be in this campaign, but it was not common at all.
So yeah, she would ask about it then. She'd be like, "Are these candles still lit? You know, it's been a while." That fish said, anyway.
Sure.
Gilfy knows about magic, right? So maybe.
Yeah. She do Arcana. Well, yeah. Is she proficient in Arcana?
No, but I forgot to change it from. She would be, but I forgot to change it.
Yeah, that's fine. So she would know that some powerful sorcerers in the Aryan, very powerful ones, would be able to do this spell. So it's like kind of relative. You see what I mean? Like, that's not a very high level spell, but of her kind can cast this spell, but it's only used when like worshipping the Draken, and they're very rarely brought out. So you think they'd be quite valuable?
Yeah, I should just mention that then. What she thinks it is.
As she says it's valuable, Rill looks to see Bebet's reaction.
What was that? Sorry, I was spacing out looking at the crystal.
Gilfy says they're valuable, potentially, the candles.
Well, they're ours, so we might as well take them. Pass them here.
Magical fire. You know, it's just a little bit of magic.
Rill does the monkey puppet side eye towards the Venom statue.
Venom ain't gonna miss it, he's dead.
Alright. Rill will pick up the candle closer to him.
Okay. Nothing happens. It's still a light in your hand.
Kind of like turns it side to side. How do we store it if it's always burning?
I've never tried it. Usually, it's just a candle.
Surely I can put it into my bag or something. I'm always wet.
I mean, how is magical fire put out here? Is there a method?
You haven't found out.
Yeah, Rill holds the candle out to Hepatra.
I mean, you're a fire genasi. Can you not control it or something?
He does
Or-
like a...
That's
movement
pretty
with his hand
offensive
next
just
to it.
to assume that he can control fire just because he's a fire genasi.
Are you accusing me of being a racist or something?
Well, I'm just saying that I can't control water just because I'm a low kaffa, and Miss Feathers over here can't control the air just because she's a winged lady.
I can control it a little bit.
Yeah, and Rill snaps his fingers and flame appears in his hand.
Yeah, and her cat just like sweeps her hand like,
I'm just saying, shouldn't assume.
You make a fair point, but I think on the whole I'm definitely right. Which is something Chorus always also taught me, is that I'm always right.
Who's
Yes.
Chorus? Is he your friend? You keep talking about him.
She is my mentor. Was my mentor.
She
But
dead?
yes, we will I will try and put this candle in my bag. And she would try and put it in her backpack.
Did she graduate or did she die?
I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm busy trying to burn all my stuff.
Okay,
So-
good luck.
As you put it in your bag, it just seems to sit there. Like, at one point you just dump it in, it turns upside down. It was like a pool of candle as well, but it doesn't seem to drip out of the bowl either.
Weird.
So
But
it's
it's not
kind of
gonna
just
burn
sitting in there, lighting up your bag, but not really doing anything. Like,
Cool.
it's fine.
The dwarf upstairs,
Yeah,
would they react to the magical fire?
I don't know. You would probably know that they might want it. They might not approve of it. We'd know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
So it could
hide
be
it.
a risk. It could be a risk taking it up there.
I mean, it's just magical fire. We could just leave it here. But I mean, shrugs.
Well, gives you a shrug back. Whatever you like.
It's valuable, let's take it.
Do you want to put it in your bag then, Bebet?
Well, I ain't got any more room in the barrel. I can carry it though if you want. In my bag.
You could keep it under your hat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It is small enough to fit under your hat.
Yeah, I'll keep one under my hat. You never know when you might need a candle.
Amazing.
Just don't take your hat off. You know, 'cause you'll fall out. You know.
Well, I don't take it off often.
Is it stuck on there or something?
No, I just like to wear it a lot.
Oh, fair enough.
You going
Well,
back
let's
up?
go.
I think Tom might have just died. I just heard a massive smack behind me
I
as
died.
he hit his head on the bed.
I died earlier when Natalie did that. Oh yeah! Oh my God. Ah.
So, as you return to the surface,
Oh shit, dwarf's gone.
you can see the dwarf has left. Orc's still there. Brina is like, did you manage to get that trapdoor open then?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Did you?
I
Was there
said
anything
yeah.
down there?
There's some kind of shrine or something. You could probably
right.
you could probably use it as a storage space.
Oh well, I'll go have a look after I've served you lot, and I guess here's your 10 gold.
Make sure you take a gold down with you.
All right. Why?
Well, I guess you might see. I don't know. He might not show up. Who knows?
There's
Well,
a shrine to Brinebilling.
hang on.
I haven't heard of him either.
Hold up.
Let's see if she knows who that is. Excuse me?
I hadn't heard of him either.
A god of aquatic ruins.
There's a god down there?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's kind of more of a fish, but I mean, I guess.
Oh, if there's a god down here, I can turn it into a shrine. Oh, that'll be great for tourism. People will actually come to this place to see it.
That's a good idea.
Maybe.
That's a great idea.
She looks at you. Oh, thank you. And she's like, oh, tell you what. And she like gives you another 40 pearls to you, Bebet.
40. Okay.
I'll do you up another round of more fish. It's on you. It's on me.
Not for me, thank you.
Oh,
I've had my fill of
I was gonna
pineapple.
say, if you're gonna open up, you know, a little tourist spot here, then maybe old Big Stumps Bebet could give you a little bit of investment money.
well. Big stunks, did you say?
Yeah, that's what they call me, Big Stumps Bebet.
Well, if you did an investment, I suppose I could always put the name on the attraction. Big Stonks' shrine or something like that?
Big Stonks Bebet's shrine.
And how much of investment are you going to lay down?
Actually, don't worry.
What?
Actually, don't worry. I don't want my name on the front.
Okay. Just gonna...
But I'm just gonna go sit over here.
Oh, thank you ever so much. She would bring more fish over to the table. Just quite a lot of it.
Anything else other than more fish?
Not really.
Normal fish?
I mean, I assume you saw what it was like down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't really... And she gestures over here. I don't really have much stock until I get that place cleaned out.
Well, I'll just be hungry for today, I think.
It could have been Boss, Badass, Big Stonks, Bebet's Brimbling Bonanza.
Yeah, it's a good name, but I don't want to show off.
Hey. Fair. By the way, Kieran, I realised that Rill can understand Orcish.
Okay.
Has he overheard anything coming from the other side of the room?
These guys aren't really talking. It's more just this guy looking at Gilfie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's forgotten about that by now. Been battling mud.
Okay. So after maybe 10-20 minutes, you see the huge form of an orc move towards the table, flanked by his Earth Ganassi guards.
Greetings. Gilfie's head does that owl thing and turns around.
He looks down at you. I am the most resplendent Grak Fornak of the Earthborough clan.
Oh, hello, Akbanak. How are you?
I was here to inquire about your feathers. They are most resplendent.
Oh, thank you.
Told you to shut him.
I've not had that compliment before, but...
How much would you want for 10 of them?
Oh, well, 10's a bit too many. You can have one.
1. How much for 1?
10 pearls.
I don't usually, sell them, but...
20 pearls.
Guess what Bebet said?
Twin. I will offer 10 pearls for a feather.
Sure.
She just plucked one.
Yeah, she just plucks one of the smaller ones. Gives it to him.
Okay. You see him. He hands over the pearls, puts it on the tape. Well, he gets it Earth Ganassi. Earth Ganassi hands it to you. You see him put a little feather in his garland. What else is she wearing?
It's just like a uniform, like a postman's uniform. Maybe with like a tiny scarf, and she's got a satchel and a badge. Not much, really.
He looks at the post office symbol on your uniform. How much for that?
Well, you can't have this one because
50 pearls.
Well, that is a lot of pearls, but no, I can't. They don't replace them. They charge me whenever I lose one. So I don't really want to have to go through that again. Last time I lost one, they just had to put me on leave for a whole week. They were really angry about it.
He's looking at you. He kind of looks around all the table. Your hat. How much for that hat?
Oh, well, I don't really have a hat.
He's pointing at Bebet.
Oh, Bebet.
My hat's not for sale.
It's a pretty great hat, to be fair.
So it could at least cost you 100 pearls.
The glowing hat.
200 pearls.
Persuasion.
Holy shit. I love this character.
14.
175 pearls.
Okay, you got a deal.
He gives the Earth Ganassi the money, and he hands it to you. Do you hand him the hat
Yeah, he gives him the hat.
with the candle in?
Yeah, with the candle. No, not with the candle. The candle's extra. He pulls
Let me
off the
see.
hat and just hands the hat.
I want to see if he notices it. Nope. And as he gives you the pearls, puts the hat on top of a garland, looks around. He's like, "Is Real wearing anything?"
Rel is covered in mud and rotten fish and terribleness. No, he's not wearing anything fancy looking.
I assume what's Hepatra wearing?
Armor made of shells.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I don't think.
Hey!
So he's got a hat on. You went down into the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You killed the mud methods Hap Barnacle talked about?
Well, I think we got them all, didn't we, guys? But yeah.
Yeah, there's some here and some here, and he's like starts pointing to bits of his clothes that are particularly soiled.
Kind of, he like thinks for a minute. Are you for hire?
Well, it depends. She looks up a bit.
Yeah, he's my security detail.
Would you be willing to retrieve an item for me to the southwest so I may win Flowerborough's fashion show?
Which way is the pearl?
It is northeast.
It's kind of the opposite way I kind of need to go.
1,000 pearls.
Deal.
I guess he can wait.
What will fetch you?
I will be here. It is in the Imperial ruins to the southwest. It is a cape of many colours.
My team can handle anything.
They have far. 20 miles to the southwest. A large tower. It was old port. Find cape, bring here, and you shall have 1,000 pearls.
Is there a time limit? Are you gonna be here when we come back?
7 days.
Okay.
Looks at you again, Gilfie. 3 feathers, 50 pearls.
No, that means there's a total of 4 feathers I'd lose, and that's a bit too many, I think.
Kind of looks at you.
You can have some
100
more
pearls.
fish. 1 feather for, don't know, half, I don't know.
Dirty pearls.
You can have another small one for 50. How about that? That's the last feather.
40.
Sure.
Ganassi hands you 40 pearls, and he puts it in. I am most resplendent. And he's like, turns round, his musculature showing off, and then the Earth Ganassis follow him back to his table.
That was interesting. See, I told you people normally just ask about the feathers.
I told you could sell them.
That's true. I didn't realise I could sell them for so much.
Is Bebet just sitting there with a candle on his head?
Yeah.
You'll be bald before you know it, but you'll be rolling in gold. And
Sold your
pearls.
hat a bit. I'm kind of sad about that, you know.
I can get another hat.
I just can't imagine living like that. Walking around, throwing pearls at people, demanding their fanciest item.
Roll a history check.
That's basically more like me being at work.
History.
So, what you know about the orc culture is that it's run by orcs with earth ganassis under them, and the orcs form like the nobility, and each different tribe has a different thing it concentrates on. So you can assume that guy's tribe is a big competition about looking beautiful. So he must be pretty powerful if he's just buying beauty items and throwing money at you. And he says he's from Flowerburrow, which you would have heard of. It's the closest like troglodyte burrow to Shattered Lake.
I guess we should just be grateful that his tribe wasn't all about who kills the most.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great.
The most blood-soaked or the greatest fighter.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe Hippatra could take them, though.
Wait, sorry, what am I taking?
We'll take the Earth Ganassi, right?
I will think about this.
I was joking, but okay.
And she just would like mime arm wrestling, like make up.
Yeah, I couldn't beat you in arm wrestle, Hippatra.
Well, you don't have arms. That would be a bit helpful.
I do have arms.
No, you have wings.
I have wings and arms.
What?
You not seen my arms this whole time?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
That's so. No, Tom, those are legs.
No, she has legs, arms, and wings.
What do
There
you
are-
think
there
arms
are-
An owl.
do?
Just imagine an owl, but with arms on the front.
There are versions
arms
that people
do?
used to use as wings for
When-
arms.
When
for
she's
width.
flying, what? Where did the arm?
Pops
What?
them in.
They do Rubik's cubes as she's flying along.
That's so freaky. That is such a mind fuck, honestly.
So what are your what are your
How
Practicing
how far
wrestling.
away is the pearl, Kieran?
the pearl?
Do that
Yeah.
first? Like, is it close?
Yeah, Bebet or only if you have a free could tell you because it's well known. It is about 30 miles away.
Mhm.
South to the northeast, and the other one is about 20 miles to the southwest.
I suppose it depends what the lead is. Like, is it urgent? Is it a person? Like, who knows?
Yeah, you know that the package is somewhere. It's taken you 3
Yeah.
weeks to get here. You
Mhm.
don't believe that the package is going anywhere, but you don't know for sure that it's not.
Yeah. What are everyone else's goals? Where are you off to, Vale?
I've been wandering around. I should probably check in with the family at some point, but for now, I'm happy just having such a capable set of new friends.
Yeah, you work for me now.
Me too, to be honest. I've never met such friendly people down on the ground. This for this long anyway.
Were they unfriendly when you met people before?
The occasional was kind of unfriendly. This is one person that wanted all of my feathers. It's a bit rude.
To be fair, I don't think the Dag, Knack, Bedak was that
Greg
far off.
Fanac. Greg Fanac.
Crack the neck.
If you pull out a feather, does one grow back, or do you just have a bald patch?
It grows back, but it just take a while. We do shed normally anyway. Like if I ruffle my feathers right now, at least a couple will probably come out when she sort of ruffles.
Ooh.
Bebet
You
just
shouldn't-
like picks them up off the floor.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
You need to sell them to this guy. Are you insane?
As she raises her wings and spreads them out, everyone would probably notice that she has drawn a map of the constellations on her wings, the underneath of her
Ooh.
wings.
So cool.
That means I need to come up with some constellations.
Kieran's like,
Yeah.
it's just the alphabet in the sky.
So it's just a huge map of the constellations. Oh, and I use this for navigation. It's pretty important.
Rill's jaw would just fucking hit the table.
That's pretty fancy. You guys, I really did hire the best of the best, I suppose.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. It took me a long time to do though. I have to just
Really?
constantly maintain it, but it is really nice to have them just so conveniently.
Rill would look like up close, like get his face like right up close. What is it? What do the markings look like there from? Is it like charcoal or?
You're asking me, Tom, and I haven't thought about it that much.
It's completely fair. He's just
I'll think
looking,
about it.
so it's whatever it looks like to him. Is it dark? Is it light?
Quite dark,
What?
I'd say.
Is the Gilfie's feathers like the picture red?
No, she's more beige than the red colour. So
Okay.
I'll show you a picture of the owl I based it off. If I can find it.
Man, can't wait for Kieran constellations.
This is the big orc, and that is the little orc.
Look to the northwest, and you'll see resplendent in the sky the great soda stream
Yeah.
above us all.
So that's her colour
Aw,
and shape.
look at the owl.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's what she's based off of, and it's one of the smallest owls as well, which is why I picked a small size for her.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his face would just be like fucking right next to her wing.
She'd hold them out so you can have a look.
The detail's incredible.
Thank you. It did take a long time.
It's just nodding along.
Yeah, and she's gonna just point out all of the different sort of shapes on them to him.
Mm.
This one's
Yeah,
the archer, and well, this one is wing. Yeah, it's just pointing them out.
Right. Actually, I suppose her culture's constellations would be different in every culture, wouldn't it?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Me? See?
What are the? Because there's in the druid one, there's like 3 different ones. I can't remember what the other 2 are. One's the archer.
Alice and the dragon.
There you go. You have to include those 2 at least.
The dragon would make a lot of sense for her.
Yeah, Rill's listening intently. He's not speaking. He's just like nodding and darting his eyes back to her when she's speaking, and then back to the constellations. He's very intent on learning.
Yeah, she's like pointing them out to you, and she's like drawing with her finger little lines around the shapes, and she's like, "Can you see?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you managed to get the detail on the feathers themselves.
Oh, it's not everybody has these. I think it's just me. I'm probably one of the best in my place in the area that can navigate the stars, which is kind of why they sent me out here. Usually the Aracopter just fly by day, and they can't, navigate by the stars in the day.
Like I said, I had the best of the best.
Yeah, you got someone who can navigate by the stars, and someone who's really good at falling into barrels full of rotten fish.
You can
I'm sure we
conjure fire from your fingers. Don't undersell yourself.
Just your hair is impressive in itself, Not seen anything like that.
Don't you get hot? Not all the time.
More like I've never really felt much different.
Can I touch your skin?
Sure. He holds out his hand.
Does it feel warm, Kieran?
It feels very warm to you, who is cold-blooded, like almost too hot.
How the hell do you cope with that?
Like touching a kettle very slightly.
You like boiling.
Wow.
It's like being on the shores of Full Sail in the middle of summer.
You've been to Full Sail?
Near the bubbling pools.
It's where I'm from.
I only been there a few times on trade.
You didn't happen to go by a bakery when you were there?
Probably. I do like my baked goods.
It might have been my family's. Stormcrust Bakery?
They sound familiar.
They do great pies. More fish pies.
I do live
Eel
in my...
pie, jellied eel pie.
Jellied eel pie is my favourite.
If we pass by again, I'll make sure one's on the house.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Wow. I'm covered in crap, so I kind of want to go wash this off of me.
Yeah, I need to submerge in water for at least an hour a day, so...
Okay.
I mean, I
So-
suppose there's water all around us.
I'll just
You
go...
just go-
I'll just go sit outside for a bit by the...
So it's quite late at this point. It's probably like getting on to midnight. You would have seen Grakfanag and his two Ganassi guard go up the spiral staircase to bed. You know that your beds were in the North Island in the bunkhouse. So would they just be preparing for bed? Were they doing anything special, washing off, that kind of thing?
Yeah, Rill would probably just go outside and just wash as he can.
Yeah.
Just the lake water. But he'd want to come back in and go to bed in the bunkhouse.
Yeah, which is up
Yeah.
here.
How much would you say a hat would cost, Kieran, and how much it would weigh?
He's doing fancy
it-
merchant shit.
Depends how fancy a hat he wants.
It would be like a pretty much carbon copy of the
Do you think he had a fancy hat to begin with, or do you think it was more of a,
Oh no, it wasn't that fancy.
I don't know, like probably like 5 clams?
Okay.
He sold it for fucking 200, whatever.
How much does a hat
Yeah.
weigh? Like a pound?
That guy has no concept of value, remember?
Oh no, yeah, I know, it makes perfect sense. It's just fucking awesome. That's value, salesmanship value right there.
Silver.
Top hat's fairly heavy. A few pounds, I would have
Yeah.
thought.
Pounds.
Jesus, Tom, it would compress your neck into your shoulders.
No, pounds aren't that much.
I'll put £2.
They are if you're not strong. How
Go £2.
does a...
The size of a hat will change depending on what you put, I guess.
Huh. Apparently they weigh 3 to 4 ounces. That's
Nowhere near.
75 to 100 grams.
Okay, yeah, I'm wrong.
Okay, £1 then.
Sorry, love.
Nah, good to know.
How much was
I
it?
got-
How much did it cost again, Kieran? 5 silver.
Yeah, it would be 5 silver. He wouldn't go for bottom of the barrel hat, I don't think. But
Say that much. Cool.
Well, it's been an exciting evening, but night is here, and I'm gonna become less stinky and go sleep. I'll see you all in the morning.
See you in the morning, hothead.
See you in the morning, boss, badass, big stogs.
Yeah, that's
Bebet.
right.
Filthy will go outside and clean She's shaken most of it off, but like the rest of the mud off of her wings and feathers, and just spend some time looking at the stars, mapping them out a bit, and then go to bed.
Okay.
Bebet's gonna go for a swim and then go to bed.
Good. Alright. I'll put you all in the bunkhouse. You can all take a long rest.
Yay.
You can all take a long rest.
I will switch out my supply list slightly so I can now summon a top hat.
You can level up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah!
Oh,
5 level 1, baby.
I'm gonna get some tea.
yeah, it'll take me a while to level up.
Oh, and the druid circle finally.
God, I'm rolling it.
We'll go to half 11.
Hey! Gonna roll my health.
Why are you making eye contact with me whilst pulling a face like you're trying to poop in your
Oh
chair?
my god, my storefront value just doubled.
I need you to give me luck.
Have you met me?
TT still.
We reroll ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
We reroll second ones, right? Right?
It's rolling a lot of ones.
I think you always reroll once.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, no, genuinely, Hannah, I've rolled really, except for my history rolls, which have been consistently excellent.
Show off.
I'm just
On
a
point,
bully
though.
boy, but everything else I fail at. I'll fucking take it. 1 less than fixed value.
Oh shit, that's so cool. Arcane Appraiser. Your travels and exchanges on trade routes has taught you a vast amount of the various cultures of the realm. Whenever you make any skill check to determine the value or cultural significance of any item or object, you are considered proficient in the skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. Furthermore, you always have the Identify spell prepared and you can cast it as a ritual. As part of the ritual, you can expend 10 gold pieces to cast this spell as an action. Gold pieces are consumed by the spell when you do.
That's super cool.
Very cool.
Such a cool class.
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, damn it. Why can't I select the grid circle I want? I know. Why is it not there?
It's the
I've only got circle of the land. How do I add the other one?
is the content sharing thing on? Does it say enabled
I don't know.
content sharing at the top?
At
Otherwise,
top of what?
at the top of the campaign. Look at the campaign.
Content sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see no content sharing.
At the top of the campaign, it will say if it's enabled or not.
It's not.
And Kieran needs to enable it if you want that.
I think I can do it anyway.
Yeah.
There you go. I have pressed the button.
There's a button.
Very refreshing.
Does that mean it's there now?
Should be.
I refresh. Okay.
Bang, feel a buck.
Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you.
No worries. I got the most important thing I'll ever get as a rogue. Cunning action. Oh. What do you get as a monk? Key points. No, you definitely get key points.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. And unarmored movement.
Yes.
Choose to
Level
replace the
2.
bonus to rolls you make with items that you use and use onto with your charisma modifier. For example, the potion of healing normally heals 2d4 plus 2 hit points. Using this feature, you can replace the 2 plus 2 with your charisma modifier. If the item does not have a bonus, you may add your charisma modifier to it. Additionally, you can use a merchant spell, save DC, in place of the DC for items when you deal damage, or heal hit points with the property of an item.
Nice.
Spend 1 merchant and increase the damage or healing by 1. I think that's pretty cool.
That's super cool.
Oh, Guiding Bolt for free? That's...
Yeah, Circle of the Stars is really cool.
Yeah.
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 Need like
Oh
that.
yeah.
How do you know, Natalie, that all his allies are going to go, yeah.
I hope so.
We're the real badass down here.
Battlefield Buck.
I hope you're all enjoying it so far. Hope it's a bit of a different experience.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
massively so.
It's good.
It's just fun. Feels so like I feel so wide-eyed playing in a new world. Just like, oh, what's that? What's this? Who are they?
This is why I started you on a teeny tiny little island, because I felt like starting somewhere big wouldn't work.
Yeah, it gives me like I don't know if anyone played Wind Waker.
Yes.
It gives me that Wind Waker feeling where it's just like, I'm a little kid on an island. Time to explore the world.
Can someone tell me how much a potion of healing weighs? Even if it has a weight.
Look.
I know the value's 50 gold pieces. That takes me up to...
It doesn't look like it has one listed.
I'll just put £1.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
No, it's fine. I'm nowhere near.
If anything, it'd probably weigh less, but.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near my limit, so it's fine.
If you put it in the weight thing, if you put it in the inventory, it says 0.5 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
I got a potion of healing now. Added to me.
Nice.
It's really useful.
The healer wheeler.
I think I'm done. Double
God,
check.
that's something so fucking awesome about Gilfie's head just turning around to the orc as he comes up behind her.
Yeah, got to use the owl powers.
She's gonna start coughing up little owl balls, owl pellets.
Pellets, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. She eats enough bones.
Cool, I'm done. That was quite easy.
Okay. We ready to press on for the last half an hour then?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh wait, I didn't roll my HP. What's my hit diets?
Roller.
Not just the standard one.
D8, right?
Yes, all good.
Let me double check. I can't fucking remember. Is D8 is because it's 2 plus 8. Yeah. So D8. Let's roll.
They've updated some of the lighting options on this.
We'll re-roll
Oh, no.
ones.
Don't do it, me.
Oh great.
Oh.
No!
Even better.
Or at least it's flavourful for
Oh
the-
yeah, it's perfect. So it's another 4 hit points, so we're to 14. Cool.
So, in the morning, you're all awoken abruptly by shouting coming from outside the shack. Come on, you! I used to be so good at this! Come on!
Is there like a window? Can we look out the window?
You'd have to go through the door.
Yeah, the bet's
It
gonna
sounds
go.
like it's coming from over here.
Bet's gonna go
Yeah.
out the door.
So as you step out a bit, you see a wizened old Aquan, a water ganassi. He's got a rod. He's just like pulling really hard. It's like, come on! And this guy looks like a hermit, and he's like, argh! And you just see the line snap, and he falls back on his arse. He looks around. You watching the show?
So you're in need of a new fishing rod, old man.
Well, there's a catfish somewhere down there, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna goddamn get it if my name isn't Gypsum at Barnacle.
Well, good luck.
This thing's been pissing me about for years. Is it down there somewhere?
Years.
Yes, it's somewhere down there.
How do you know it's the same one?
He looks at you. It must be the same one. It has been coming after me for years, taunting me on this little pier.
Oh, does it bite your toes when you dip them in?
If I did that, I'd use my goddamn leg as a fishing rod instead of this piece of shit. And he like throws it over here.
Oh.
I could show you a little better fishing rod if you like.
Oh, well, if you think you're a big fisherman, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I'm not much of a fisherman myself, but I could show you a new one since that's broke.
Well, why don't you all try? See if you can get something out of it. One of you manages to get that catfish for me, I've got a little surprise I could give you, that's for sure.
I'll give it a go.
I've never fished before, but
if you need tackle or a fishing rod, just go over to Flood Chat. Oh, and he sees Bebet pull out his fishing rod. He's like, oh.
I was
she's your
prepared.
Is Bebet trying?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
You can always count on Bebet's babes.
So, Bebet, can you roll a survival check with disadvantage as you cast out your line?
Sure. Disadvantage, survival. That's a 5.
It pops in. Wait about 5 minutes. Can you roll a d10, please?
Yeah. 5.
So, as you're sitting around, he's like, "Oh, this isn't going anywhere, is it?" And Bebet, after about 5 minutes, you feel something like tugging on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a strength check?
Yeah. 11.
Just make it, and you pull this huge bass out of the water, and it starts flopping on the pier.
You got a bass fish here.
Well, you got something. I guess you can sell that to Flood if you want.
I think I will.
It's not a catfish, though.
Well, I gave him my best shot, old man.
Well, you did a better job than me. He sort of, well, how the rest of you think you can get a catfish out of there?
Can I borrow the fishing rod, boss?
Yeah, go for it, hothead.
Steps up. Tries to
Yeah.
cast.
Roll a survival with disadvantage.
That 20 was so
17,
close.
5. Same as
This
Bebet.
time, it takes about half an hour. He's like, well, you know, he's looking at Bebet and Hypatia. We've just got it in our blood, you know. Aquans out there. Yeah, they always come for us.
He's actually a wet fireman.
He's
I was
wet.
born to Aquan parents.
Why all fiery then?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Real apt Stormcrest from Full Sail.
Well, I thoroughly approve. You know, these days, everyone's sort of gestures at you. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Well, it's not doing me any favors here. I
And
don't
as you
think.
say that, you're like, ooh! Can you roll a d10? So, Rill, it feels really, really goddamn. It's pulling really, really hard, and then it starts jumping out of the water. This giant catfish, and it down onto the shore. Can you all roll initiative, please?
Oh, fucking hell.
We're fighting Bebet's dad.
Dad, is that you?
Do you like fresh catfish? When I was at school, we watched a documentary about was it like 50 years of To Kill a Mockingbird or something? And they interviewed Harper Lee's sister, and one of the things she said was, "Do you like fresh catfish?"
She sounds charming.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So,
I'm such a good old man name.
Gilfy, you're
Jake.
right next to this huge catfish as it's plopped down.
As it like flies towards her, she's like,
Yeah.
shit. Basically. Then we got to turn order. Oh, I'm first. Okay. And in reaction, she will use gust. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's, yes, but she's gonna gust and try and push it 5 feet away.
Okay. What is that? Dex?
So
or-
strength. Yeah, strength.
Got 23.
Oh my god.
Yep. Oh, it's gonna get attack of opportunity though. She's still gonna fly away. She's gonna fly over here, find everyone.
Okay, so as you do that, it's snapping through the air.
Yep.
11?
Oh. Misses somehow. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, 30 feet flying over here. That's it.
Bebet.
Bebet is going to use his action to reach into his portable storefront, and he's going to pull out a climbing kit, which includes a grappling hook, I believe. And then as part of the same action, which he can do apparently, which I just read, he's going to try and throw the grappling hook and try and land it so it wedges itself in the mouth of the catfish.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Would it just be like a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so just dexterity.
Well, yeah.
Would he be proficient? I can't remember if he's proficient in it. He is proficient in improvised weapons, so it would actually have a +2 to that. 14.
15. Hits.
14, not 15.
Well, they said -1. So,
So
it's +1.
Oh,
plus
so yeah,
2.
so you're right. So 13 it should be. Wait, is that right? I'm being stupid.
No, it's 14.
14, yeah.
He's got -1 dex modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought that was. Okay. Yeah. 14 just hits.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Does it, would it do any damage, or would it just be lodged in there?
1d4 is usually the improvised weapon.
Yeah, piercing damage.
3 piercing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
I'd say also. What would be fair for that? Yeah. I think it would count as grappled, but at range.
Okay.
And then it has to break out if it wants to ungrapple itself.
Cool.
Mm.
Awesome.
Um,
I'm just gonna move, like... Is there any, like, posts nearby or anything? That's sticking out of the ground?
there might be near these bridges.
Okay, I'm gonna move, like, over here then.
How long is this grappling hook?
That's a very good point. Let's have a look.
I mean, the grappling hook in the climber's kit isn't necessarily attached to rope.
That's a very good point.
The hook itself is just a grapple hook. But he could have.
No, it says
it
on the
top.
grappling hook, it says when tied... Oh, it says when tied to the end of the rope, so you're right. But I do have...
Just through the hook.
I do have rope, so...
How long is the rope?
It's
We'll just say he did that.
Yeah, okay, so the rope is...
50 feet. It's normal
50 feet,
D&D
yeah,
rope.
50 feet. Yes,
Okay.
50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay. Could be interesting.
I can't fucking wait. Can't wait for it to dive down and pull Bebet with it.
Well, he could just let go, right, I suppose, but,
True.
Never.
yeah. Real. Catfish is going to attack Real. It's going to try
Yep.
and bite him.
Real, you became the tank.
I know, I knew I would
Rogie.
be.
24.
Yep.
7 piercing damage.
Ooh, okay.
Can you do a...
Our reaction,
And you are grappled to him.
and I'll cast Hedge Risk.
Amazing. The full 7.
Yeah, full 7.
Thank you. Earn that money. What cool spell. I'm grappled, yeah? Yeah, it is. The target is grappled, yeah.
Yeah.
It's chomping on me.
Then... Just going to try and move into the water. Oh, wait. I'm going to... When it gets 50 feet away, it's going to have to make a strength check against Bebet.
Makes sense.
So it probably get to there with Real.
Real's
Stupid fish!
I will do a strength save. It's check, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Can you do one as well, Bebet?
Yeah.
And if you don't beat it, oh my
Oh,
god!
shit.
So it's stuck. You're holding this grappling hook. It's trying to swim away, but you've got it.
Got your
Don't let
head.
me go, boss!
Patra.
Oh, Patra, you could fucking jump in.
Okay.
Save me. It's gonna be this entire campaign. Just rescue Real.
What would her swimming speed be?
Does it say? She's got 40 feet swimming.
40 feet. Oh, so it'd be the same.
Yeah, and it says it on the thing.
Cool. Well, she'll swim up to here then. And she'll stab it.
Wait, how far did she move?
40 feet.
She can do that, right?
Yeah,
monk
that's
level
a
2 they
walking
get.
Oh yeah, monk. Yeah, you stab it.
And it does the damage, 6 damage.
Okay, nice.
Oh, ow. And then she'll probably punch it for good measure. Nah. I assume 10 doesn't hit.
No. It's hot. It's thrashing about with Rill in its mouth, like holding him. Trying to escape.
God.
E.T. Jackson. Just goes to stand on a pier. So long, old boy. Good show. It's your turn, Rill.
Long old boy. I've got to do the smart thing, which is to try and break out. Escape DC 14. So action. To do that, yeah. It's a grapple,
Yeah.
right? So I can do acrobatics rather than athletics.
Yeah, of course.
Hoi! No! God damn it.
It is not enough.
I am stuck.
Have you taken any damage?
I would have done, but
Oh.
Bebet saved me with
Okay.
his hedge risk.
Bet.
Majig-a-majog. I can neither dash, disengage, or hide. I think that's my turn.
And hide.
Huh? Get inside him and hide. No, I'm good. Yep, just trying to break free, trying to squirm and get out of the way, but fails to do so. That is my turn.
Okay. Gilfy.
Gilfy is just gonna fly over here. Just hover here slightly, and then she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, okay.
It reaches 100. Yeah, oh yeah.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
fuck!
That's a good roll.
Sweet for Jesus.
So the guiding bolt, what does it look like as it goes out?
God, I don't know. A
Starlight.
star. It's a star, yeah. It's definitely a star. So starlight shoots out from as she flaps one of her wings. Just goes straight into the guy.
Yeah, and you just blow a catfish out of the water.
Yeah. Rolls. Well, there's the power of the stars, I suppose.
What was that?
I
That's
got
right.
him. I got him.
Hmm?
I got him.
Got him reeling back in, Bebet.
Rill jumps towards Hepatra. Catch me! She's shaking her head.
Like, really, Tom? No. Yeah, fine. She'd do her best.
You catch him like a princess in his in your arms.
Bebet reeling it in.
Yeah, he's trying.
Okay, he'd be able to. It's dead now. And it washes up on the shore, and Jetsam goes over to it. By the Venom, it was quite the teamwork as well. What? He just looks at Gilfy. It's like, you did that with your hands?
Well, more my wings, but yeah, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that boy did a good job. Never thought, you know, you can really tell that he's from around here, can't you now, after... Sure, that was good, and he looks at Bebet, it's like, and you helped dragging it in? It's a team effort.
Yeah, it cost you 7 golden medical fees.
Well, £7 for that thing. Go over to Flood Shack, he'll bail out old Jetsam, just say I sent him. And he's waiting for... I have something to give you, boy. Catching a thing like that is a good show.
Thanks, he says as he's got his arms around Hepatra's neck, being held up.
Looks at Bebet. Well, if he's not coming here, I might as well give you his, you know, the little thing I you.
Well, I'm he works for me.
They all work for you?
Yeah, they're part of my security detail.
Damn, you got a good deal on that. How much they paying you? And he looks at Gilfy.
Well, probably not enough, I think, now.
Yeah, Bebet's
Well.
babes, that's what we call them.
The BBs, right?
Yeah, Bebet's babes.
Bebet babes. Well, and there's is he climbing up onto the pier?
Yeah, he's been gracefully taken back to shore by Hipatra.
He gives you this.
Oh, getting all the
Yeah.
fragments.
He's like, may Senex be with you, boy. I'm sure he'll be finding you after that display. That's bloody good.
And we'll do history or religion.
Yeah, history of religion.
History.
Oh, you know he's Senex.
Oh, let's go.
Senex appears as a scaled-age humanoid. He favors those who fish with a line as imperial times. Calm and contemplative. He will offer humanoids a chance to worship him, but will not be slighted by rejection. He is not a popular god in current times, but perhaps one of the most visible in the physical world.
Oh, cool.
The god of fishing, basically.
Nice.
Well, happy to serve Senex and Big Boss, Big Stonks, Bebet, and thank you,
Yeah, that's
Gilfy,
right.
for saving my fish cast, but in that situation. And
That's
Hipatra, thank you. I am not a great swimmer.
Which is surprising, I suppose, because of your parents.
They tried pretty hard to get me better, but I just never really had the knack for it, I guess.
Fair enough, I guess.
Just
You know,
feels
they
kinda
say
weird.
water's good against fire, so,
If it makes you feel any better, I can't really swim that well either.
Does
Or, you know.
actually.
If it makes you feel
I
any
don't know.
better, I can swim quite well.
Thanks, Big Boss.
Jetson looks down at you, Bebet. He's like, I suppose if you're the boss of this lot, what do you want done with the corpse?
Well, I'll be willing to trade it off to you, since you've been chasing such a big thing for so long.
As I say, if you take it over to Flood Shack, he can give you a price for me.
Okay, well, I guess we'll drag it over there.
Well done, all of you. I was chasing that thing for, must have been a few days. And he jumps down. Well, better go talk to my daughter. You know what they're like. Oh, yes. And he walks off.
Well, I don't know what he means. What are they like?
I don't know, he was weird.
He had the same look on his face my dad used to have sometimes, looking after sisters.
You got sisters?
I've got two.
Always
One older, one younger.
Always wanted a sister.
Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child, the only heir to the Baracus dynasty.
Why mess with perfection, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Just need to
Seems like
find myself a wife, and then I can continue my family tree.
well, this one's dead, so
I
it's a chance missed.
don't think she'd be a good wife.
Why don't you think she'd be a good wife?
I don't know.
Dead.
Probably because, yeah.
Too bitey.
Rilla's trying and failing to pull the corpse off.
Okay. So you're heading... Where are you heading?
To the
Little help, please, Hipatra.
Yes. What do I need to roll?
Do we need to roll?
No, you don't need to roll.
Oh, okay.
If just one of you
Roll's
roll.
not very strong, so I imagine him being like, "Hey!"
Yeah, but his arms aren't made out of noodles.
True.
It's a pretty heavy fish, though, isn't it? It's large size.
And you're strong.
You can
Yeah.
drag it with the grappling hook.
I call them old spaghetti arms.
Where are you making your way to? The shack over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So after some heaving and hoeing, you'd all get there and realise the entrance is down here.
Let's go right to the front.
So, as you enter the shack, you see a young-looking Aquan. He's got quite the hairstyle going on. You can see some quite interesting crystals at the top as well. This is very poor to you, Bebet. This shack is no. You may just have a boat, but you'd have a better establishment than this if you had a shop.
Good morning, waterfolk.
Why, hello. My name's Flood at Merscale. Welcome to my shop.
We caught a catfish for that guy, so I don't know if you want me to buy it off of us.
Oh, I heard about your exploits from last night. Brina told me. You handled those mud methods in the basement, right?
Yeah, Bebet's babes.
Bet's babes. And you now have taken down a giant catfish that Jetsam said about.
Yeah, I only hire the best of the best.
Well, you've done more for this little island than anyone has in the modern time. But then again, no one comes here. How much did Jetsam say to pay you for this catfish?
100 clam, 100 pearls.
Do persuasion check.
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
24.
Jesus. Well, yeah. Hi to Venom, it must have been pretty big. And he goes to look out the window. He's like, oh, you're right. 100 pearls sounds fine to me. He sort of like gets this. I've just got to squeeze in here, and opens his chest. Gives you 100 pearls.
Right, it's 25 each, everyone. Good job.
Don't suppose you want to look at my wares, do you? It's not much here, but I've got some things that are worth it. A few boats out front if you're in the need for a new vessel.
I got a good vessel. What else you got?
Well, I've got a few things. One thing that might particularly interesting you, and especially your friend with a fiery hair back there, is the elemental fragment.
Hey, hothead!
Rill's like passed out, lying back on this box outside from all the exertion.
Feathers, go get hothead. The man wants to talk to him.
Hey, Real. I think the shopkeeper wants to talk to you.
Okay.
You can do
Rolls his
it.
body forward.
I believe.
Ugh,
She's sort of
sorry.
slimmer, but
Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. Name's Flood Merscale, if you didn't hear about it before.
Relapse Stormcrest. Nice to meet you.
I was just saying to your friend, your boss.
Big
Kind
boss
of
man.
looks like your boss here. There's a particular crystal up there that may interest you.
Oh.
It's an elemental fragment of fire, pretty difficult to find, but I got it for trader from a Full Sail a few years ago. Didn't really know what to do with it though. But you don't often see fire ganassi around here, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to at least show this to you.
Mm. I love it. It's cool. It would be pretty special to have, but I certainly don't have 200 gold pieces.
Well, that's a shame.
Does it look different to all the elemental fragments? Are they like
They're all
coloured?
different shapes, different sizes, different colours. Though when you touch it, it does feel magical.
So the thunder one I got from Jetsam doesn't look like this one in the shop.
No, it looks like I'll show you the fire one. The fire one looks more like that.
Ooh, cool. Cool. Yeah, he just kind of shrugged. He was thinking about maybe trying to swap them.
Well,
A high sleight of hand score, but won't work.
based on your exploits on the little island here, maybe I could give your little group that crystal, if and a bit more, if you help me with a little job.
How much you paying?
Well, seeing as you've done so much on the island, I'll throw in that crystal and 750 pearls.
Oh.
Help me at the Moorfish Lagoon, a few miles away from here.
Making a right name for ourselves. But Feathers, don't you have somewhere to be?
I do need to follow up on lead, but I'd rather do it with everyone else. So if everyone else wants to do something first, then I can wait.
Okay.
I said it was only a few miles.
Yeah, it's to the... Where did you say you were going? Kind of looks at you, a bit taken aback. Little thing.
The Pearl? I'm not really sure where it is either.
Oh, the Pearl. It's Moorfish Lagoon's only about 5 miles away from the Pearl. It'll be fine. We could go there on my boat, hunt down what's ever killing all these moorfish, and then get you up to the Pearl. And then you'd have your money and your crystal in hand as well. So looks like a pretty good deal to me.
She looks at everyone else and yeah, I guess.
Real gives her a little thumbs up.
Yeah, shout us up.
Well, I'll tell you what the job is, just so you're not getting in over your heads. Down at Moorfish Lagoon, there's they paid me to hunt down whatever's... I don't really know what it is. I haven't really looked myself. And, I thought I could handle it on my own, but I don't really think I can. I don't really have the skill. I just wanted the money. But whatever's killing these moorfish is pretty dangerous, and we're going to have to hunt it down. If that sounds fine. I mean, you handled yourself indoors, so... And with the catfish.
Yeah, well, I sort of say we're pretty badass.
Well, yeah, I mean, killing a bunch of mud mephits, as Brina said, and finding a shrine to Venom and killing huge catfish, I mean, that's what I'd call a badass.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I call a badass, too.
So a job like this will probably only take you a few hours, and then you can head off to the Pearl.
Yeah, we gotta go do something in the south first, but that maybe after.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, it's not... I mean, I thought your friend wanted that crystal, but, I mean, it's always here, but you never know. Someone could come along and buy it if you don't do it right away.
We got a week to do the orcs job, right?
It's true. Fine.
And if we're going by boat, then it'll be quick. Well, I mean, be quicker, I guess. I don't know how fast boats go, to be honest. They usually just fly everywhere.
Fine, we'll do it.
You sure? It's not too much for you? I mean, you were just saying you weren't going to do it.
No, we'll do it.
Alright, well... Alright.
Can we do breakfast first?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, not many more fish are going to die while you have breakfast.
Jesus, what is this thinking?
We'll meet you out front after breakfast. I'm not going on an empty stomach.
Shall we call it there for today?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Kieran.
So
Very
tricky.
good.
Yeah.